This is John.
Nice beer.
He just wants to spend Christmas with the family.
Is Daddy coming home with you?
We'll see what Santa and Mommy can do.
But when he gets stuck at the office party,
Merry Christmas.
it'll be a holiday
Merry Christmas.
he'll never forget.
Ho, ho, ho.
Welcome to the party, pal.
This Christmas,
It's a time of miracles, so be of good cheer.
Only John can drive somebody that crazy.
get ready to jingle some bells and deck the halls with bows of Bruce Willis,
Mother the coast, we get together, have a few laughs.
Alan Rickman,
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
together in the greatest Christmas story ever told.
I got some bad news for you, Dwayne.
Hans. Bobby. Eat it, Harvey.
Holy shit. I'm starting to get a bad feeling up here. Merry Christmas.
Die Hard,
This is their idea of Christmas. I gotta be here for New Year's.
Living proof, if ever anyone needed, that Die Hard is in fact a Christmas film as displayed in that trailer. Let me bring in my regular co-host of the Nielsen Ratings. Welcome to the show. We're on an hour earlier than normal just because of the season and various other things, which means we are clashing with my good friend, the Critical Drinker, who's doing an Ask the Drinker tonight. So, but he might be sending us a few people our way later. So if you're on that stream, enjoy yourselves. But come here and ask us some questions because we'll give you entertaining answers. Tonight we're going to be talking about our top 3 favourite Christmas movies. There are 4 for you to vote from personally in a little survey we've got going on there. And we're also going to be talking about Avatar, Fire and Ash, House of Usher, Landman and Mayor of Kingstown, some shows. On the 30th, we've got our best of the worst for 2025. I've got a massive panel coming on for that. All of the people that have been contributing to the channel this year hopefully will be on that. And that's on the 30th. But without any further ado, let me bring in my regular co-host, the man who is the master of the thumbnail, especially at short notice. Stupenzo is in the house. Oh, mate, I love your hat. Your hat's somehow superior to my cheap hat.
It is glittery and striped and comfortable and insulated.
Fantastic.
So yes.
How's your week been?
It's good. I'm gonna try to cook this turkey today, so I can.
You're
make
cooking the
enchiladas
turkey today.
tomorrow.
Is that not a day early?
Yeah, well, I'm
Day
gonna
or
use
two
the
days, 2
turkey
days
to
early.
make. I'm gonna use the turkey to make enchiladas. So that'll be.
Oh,
fun.
okay. Are you doing a traditional kind of Christmas then, or?
No, I
What's
think
the-
we're gonna eat some. We're gonna eat some tamales, and I think we'll eat Mexican food. It's gonna be good.
Fantastic. Okay. Rachel Percy, one of our regulars on the channel, aka Rebel Rose, has had technical issues today, so sadly she can't join us. However, standing in her place is the tour de force, who is also lit up like a Christmas tree, Miss
The
Sparkles.
replacement female. Here we go.
That's right. Yeah, I'll stand by. Stand by, female. Great to have
Right
you
now,
on
yeah,
again.
stand by, yeah, just substitute. Yeah, I
Good to
appreciate
see
it.
you.
It's the Stanley golden ratio, which is for every 3 or 4 men on the team, there should be 1 woman and no more. No more
Okay.
than that.
All right. Okay. Well, that's not my policy. That's just Enzo repeating someone
Yeah.
else's policy.
No, it's
For anyone-
it's a recipe for success, is what it is. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, so no comment. Let's get Critical here.
Ah, yes. Hello. And
Fantastic.
then Kevin Feige went and ruined it by making it 50-50. And now
Okay.
Marvel has lost
I'm
its
glad
money
to
and it's got
see
to get
that-
America back.
I'm glad to see that we all have hats on. We're embracing the humbugness of the Christmas season. So yes, we do realise that my good friend, the Critical Drinker, is streaming presently. Sometimes these things happen, can't be helped. In fact, we had a conversation, me and him, just before he started his Ask a Drinker. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Normally we're on an hour later, but today we decided, I decided that we were going to go at 9 o'clock because we're also going 9 o'clock next week. And also going forward, the Nielsen ratings is now going to start at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, not 10. So we'll actually be starting an hour earlier, in 2026. Does that work okay for you, Enzo, just by the way?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Great. Good. Fantastic. That's all right. Excellent. So that will help with clashing other scheduled programs, but it's also better for me because I'm trying to keep in the habit of getting into bed by midnight, and sometimes we do go over a little bit, so that will give us a bit more flexibility.
Yeah, like last week.
Yeah, well, that we went over a long one. Why did we go over so much last week?
Because Rob Reiner died.
That's right. Yeah, and he was worthy of our time.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot of good films to talk about.
There was a lot of good films to talk about, indeed. Well, we got a few things we're going to talk about. We are going to do our sort of regular show for the first 30 minutes to half an hour or so. In other words, focus on new releases and talk about stuff that we want to recommend. One of the big film that's dropped is Avatar. We did discuss this a little bit yesterday, but I want to talk about it again today. Now, for full disclosure, for the benefit of those people watching, I am a big fan of the Avatar world. I know that it's got its haters. I'm a really big fan of the first movie. I saw the first movie in the cinema many times. I saw the extended version, the director's cut, in the cinema twice. The second film, I was a bit indifferent about. It was okay. I just thought, it was all right, but it didn't grab me as much as the first one. I think a big part of the reason for that is there's been such a huge gap in time between the two movies. It's a shame the second one couldn't come out a bit faster, but I get why these things take a long time because of the technology and so on. Now we've got the third film, Avatar: Fire and Ash. I don't want to spend too much time on the plot of this movie, but it's a direct continuation after the second film. The son of our main protagonist, one of the sons, has died after the previous battle. His other children are finding their way, kind of, making various connections with Eyo and or other people in the story. Quaritch is still trying to connect with his son, and of course he's now living in an avatar body, and so on. And then you've got various plot strands, and then we're also introduced to a new tribe of Na'vi who are like the Fire and Ash people, who basically don't believe in Eyo because Eyo didn't save them when the big encampment that they had next to a volcano was destroyed when the volcano erupted. So some of those plot elements are really cool, particularly the new tribe, which I think are really interesting. And then there's some cool action scenes, particularly near the beginning of the film. The stuff that doesn't work as well are the subplots with the children, are quite meandering and overlong. There's the film itself necessitated no less than 3 wee breaks from myself. So I had to go to the bathroom 3 times during this movie. I took my goddaughter and her mum. They both loved the film. My goddaughter especially was very enamored with the movie. She really enjoyed it. And then this all kind of climaxes with a really big battle. Now, I was expecting a really big battle at the end of the movie, but I was hoping that we were going to see something that we hadn't seen before. I just thought the setup would be slightly different, and it's really not. It's really a retread of the big battle at the end of the second movie, except that the bad guys have got more tech with them. They've got an air fleet as well as the fleet on the ocean. They've got more of all the things that they had in the second film. They've got more of all the things that they had in the first film. There are 3 dragons in their battle fleet. And then they also have some Na'vi fighting on their side as well. And, you know, we've got our tribes guys who've got some guns plus a load of creatures that are going to fight on their side. And we've kind of seen all of this before. And that was a big problem for me. I just felt that battle was like, oh yeah, it's the same battle as last time, except there's more ships and a few more monsters. All of this stuff was really enjoyable. For the most part, it really looked good. There was a couple of visual shots that looked a bit subpar compared to the rest. Not many, but mainly involving this sequence with the floating ships. The animation on it looked slightly different. But look, it was a very enjoyable, if somewhat bladder busting experience. I like going back to the world of Pandora. I'm quite happy to watch these films. They are fun. They're entertaining. Is it too long? Absolutely. Could the script have been better? Absolutely. Could we had a different, more original battle? Yes, absolutely. So it's how do we rate a film like this? You know, because it is still incredible to watch this stuff. It is still a work of genius in many ways. Visually, it's very stimulating. It's very exciting. It's great for kids, but it could have been 35, even 40 minutes shorter. You could have lost a lot of stuff, and you wouldn't have lost any of the plot. But I did quite enjoy it. I'll give my rating out of 10 at the end. Enzo, I know you've seen it, and I think did you see it at the IMAX?
No, I saw it at my regular $6 theater, and there was like 5 people there, which means this movie's going to make a lot of money.
Ooh.
There's nobody. There's normally there. No, but that's a lot for my theater. Normally, I'm the only one there.
Okay.
Like last time I saw like more than a handful of people there was like Wicked Part 1, and I was like, oh, this is a big deal. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the movie. Yeah, it's too long, and the battle kind of retreads the second one.
Yeah,
and but you know, I liked how it was. It's still like evolving the story. They're still adding new stuff. You've got like this now. You've got this new interspecies romance blossoming, and you've got Quaritch, who's been calling Jake a traitor, a race traitor, and you know, a simpery simp. You know, he's kind of doing all those things now. I also like all this stuff about what's it? Yeah, Spider having to breathe. There's a lot of heavier stuff in this movie. You know, it asks some heavy questions. You know, like how you mourn, you know, the loss of your son, and you know, you resent your own family members, or you treat them like a squad instead of your kids. You know, there's a part where they have to like they're debating like preemptively killing Spider just because he can breathe. You know,
yeah, that bit was pretty dark.
Like all that stuff was cool, and you know, the second one had some dark stuff too. When you watch the older brother get killed by gunshot in his torso. It was pretty heavy. But I liked, yeah, I mean, it was good escapism. I mean, that's the thing we keep complaining about. There's not enough escapism without too much modern day, current day stuff. I hear a lot of people complaining that all the bad guys are white dudes. I you know, didn't really notice that. I mean, I do find it funny that all the ethnic characters are all blue. But I don't know. Like I just don't, like I said, I think it's a C movie, B movie, B minus. You know, I liked it more than the shit that we got this July with like Jurassic World and all that stuff. Yep. It was long, but I get the idea. I was seeing people saying, like, what was it? It was weird that Critical Drinker, he came out with his video review for David before Avatar. Keep in mind, David is Angel Studios, which I know he gets, like, you know, press release stuff. I think he's got some kind of deal with them. And he gets sent
copies to watch.
He was kind of glassing the movie, saying, "Hey, it wasn't that long, and I didn't hate it." But then, meanwhile, in the same, if he says, if you don't want to watch, blue people this Christmas, go see David, which is like, I thought that was a little weird. And first of all, I think the kids do want to go see blue people. I think the kids do like these Avatar movies, but I'm on the fence where it's like, I think people are thinking, well, if the movies are going to be costing $20 a ticket, I kind of want it to be, more substantial, worth the price of the ticket, maybe. I think that's kind of the logic of making these movies 3 hours. I do think that this movie should be about 2.5 hours. I think that should be the maximum length.
I agree. And it could have been
movies.
They
totally could have been.
There was a lot of
it's crazy how much better it looks than the first two. There were moments where, I'm not even really thinking about the story because I keep getting distracted there's times where you're looking at these Na'vi characters and it's like they don't even look computer anymore. They look like makeup.
Nope.
But it's not makeup.
Yep.
It's actual mocap stuff, and it's just
you forget it's mocap. You think you're watching real people on the screen. That's what it got like for me.
Yeah, and all the militaristic stuff is cool. If you like all the military porn, this movie's chock full of that stuff. That's the thing. It's like I don't understand the vitriol these movies get. Because, the same people that complain like, oh, these modern movies don't have enough action, they don't have enough family values, masculine parents, father figures. This movie has all that shit, and yet for some reason it's bad when they do it. When Avatar does it, I don't really get it. And yeah, people like shitting all over the Odyssey. I'm finding that baffling. I'm getting tired of the vitriol. I'm getting tired of like getting angry about these movies. And I'm even more tired of like other people getting angry at me because I'm not angry enough. Go fuck yourself. Okay.
Yeah, it does seem to be cool to hate on Avatar.
I've been bitching about movies being woke for fucking 11 years at this point. I don't, come on.
I don't hate these movies. I think what's happening is whilst there's a bit of that, I think the problem is we hold Cameron to very high standards because he's the guy that gave us Aliens, Terminator 2, Terminator, True Lies, some of the best films in history. So we do hold him to very high standards. And one of his skills was always good storytelling and kind of hitting the story beats right in a movie. And I feel in that context, whilst he's definitely delivering premium entertainment here, because there's loads of stuff about this film that's good. The story beats are not. The pace of it and the story beats are not quite landing.
I think the big criticism of all the Avatar movies is they're made for Chinese people. They're made, and I'm being real here. They're made for
No, you're 100% correct. It's all spectacle.
Specifically,
they love
Chinese audiences love epicness.
Right.
They love epic, simple, good versus evil stories.
And that's what Hollywood didn't understand, because Hollywood started pandering towards the Chinese, trying to make their movies more Chinese. And China was like, we don't want that. We've already got that.
They also have the ability.
Stuff,
Yeah, we want American action. That's what we want.
Do the Chinese also have the ability not to go to the toilet during the film? Is that a special?
I did not use the restroom during this movie.
I was going to say, there's a zero pee break dude here. Yeah,
at the end.
Yeah,
of the movie, I definitely
because he said it was for the message. He was making these movies for the message.
I broke the dam. I broke the dam, and then I got pee anxiety, and it was just like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, Once you break that seal, once you pop,
I broke
you can't
the seal,
stop.
and yeah.
Also, kids aren't really buying the toys. I don't think kids are really into it because they're not even buying the toys. Todd McFarlane made the toys, and they're on clearance and stuff. I don't really think the kids are into it either.
But kids don't like toys in general anymore.
Toys for Avatar? Are you talking about toys for Avatar?
Yeah, Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, toys nowadays are made specifically for like older men who collect figures.
They actually are. Yeah,
the Avatar.
They have money.
The Avatar Lego range bombed.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like it's not going to be the toys that sell are not going to be little action figures for kids. They're like the top dollar collector's items that cost hundreds of bucks.
McFarlane is a known action figure maker.
Yeah.
But also, it was him saying that he was only making the movies because he wanted to spread the whatever message he would. That he was
the message of like anti-militarism and protecting the environment.
Humans bad, wildlife good.
It's I mean these are.
I think that could be off-putting to people too. Though, how did it do financially? Anyways,
it's not doing as good as the previous two. There's definitely a steady drop off, but it's still on its way to make $1 billion. I'm sure, or under. I predicted it's going to be like 900 million range. It's going to get close to $1 billion.
I think China will take it over. I think China's going to go mad for this film.
Yeah, I think
this will cross $1 billion.
There's some cool stuff in this movie. I love how the bad Na'vi, they shave their heads and they look like blue Nosferatus, with ponytails. Cool. And I liked what was that one part where one of the fire people like kamikazes himself and like lights himself on fire and crashes his flaming dragon.
She orders him to do it, and it's like a ritual that's clearly been done before. And he bombs into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the guy from Lord of the Rings, isn't it? With the
there's a bunch of fun stuff in this.
Yeah, Critic Cow, did you go to the cinema to see it?
I did. I went at 8 o'clock this morning because I hate people. I refuse to go to the cinema on weekends anymore because it's just full of wankers just talking and
were there
so I saw it with about 4 other people.
Tiny children. Were there a ton of tiny children in your screen?
Thankfully not. No, there's about 4 or 5 other dudes there. Watched the film. It is too long. It could definitely be excised down a little bit. But you know what? Jim Cameron does what he does, and I don't think anybody does it better than him. And he transported me to another world. And the stay was a little bit long and it was a little bit familiar. But I thoroughly enjoyed Avatar 3. I really like the new bad. What's her name? Varax or Varax,
she's great. I thought such a baddie.
She was sensational. She was so good.
Her and Quaritch together are like such a great power couple. And
it was when it became it was like dragged him into the tent. I was like, all right.
Yeah, my favorite part of the movie.
Quaritch taking his drugs.
Yeah, my favorite part of the movie is this dialogue scene. He shows up to their tribe, goes into a tent, takes drugs. Then he gives them some flame. He gives her a flamethrower. That whole section was so great.
Yeah. And this was the problem I had with the film because I really did think that for the first half of the film, I was like, oh man, we're really getting something new here. We're really getting something great.
Right.
And then it went, and back to the whales. And I was like, we did
Except this time there's more whales. It's a big bunch of whales.
It's like we already did all of this stuff. And the problem I had with it was that although it is science fiction in its most pure form, hey, we got Rachel. In that it is man versus nature, technology versus the wilderness and organic, and that is the nature of science fiction. Anything in this film that could be considered high science fiction is completely left on the floor. Why are the humans doing what they're doing? What are the ramifications behind that? What's all the world be doing, or any of that? We just get stuck with this family that we've got. And I do like Jake Sully because he is a strong father model, and that is what he says goes. And I'm like, we do not see that on screen anymore. We see some subservient little bitch basically normally.
And I
and
understand
it's really nice.
I understand the criticism. He's not the best father, but he tries.
No, but again, you got the theme. There's an awful lot in this film, in this film, of being caught between two worlds, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because you've got Spider. And Thierry doesn't like Spider because he reminds of the humans, and they destroyed the world tree for her. And you've got Kira. Is it Kira? Kira, the one that Sigourney Weaver plays.
Kiri.
She's a bit of both as well. Kiri, that's it. Yeah. I actually learned their names this time around. I couldn't believe it. One of them called Loax or something.
Loac. Kiri.
Yeah.
Duke.
The men cry.
I just felt that could have been a little bit more economical, and then we could have made a bit more space for some of the stuff that I think would have made the world building better. The first film we had Unobtainium, thereafter Unobtainium. Second film, they're after whale brain juice, whatever the hell it was called, and now apparently they're here to colonize the planet. And I'm like, well, you haven't told this story properly at all, because it's not. It's only our interest. It's only our investment in the family that makes it worthwhile. I cared what happens to the family.
Blue Collar explained that in like the expositional dialogue, like they basically say, you know, we don't want unobtainium anymore because it's not about repairing Earth anymore. We're past that now. So, and you know, it's
and
just
I get it, because
another
there's been a 20-year time jump because you've had the kids grow up and everything. But you needed, I don't know if maybe there's a comic or something that links it all together, but
I would have liked to see.
It's janky.
I would have liked to see with the general woman having some kind of. I don't think we're in the era of live long-range communication, but having some kind of communique coming back to her, where you see some sort of business council on Earth, very much like the board meeting in Aliens, and you know, you have them laying out her directives and why the need is so pressing, and perhaps we've got a backdrop of, you know, Earth completely covered in smog and
put a ticking clock on it or something like that, you know, because it just
maybe a huge broadcast about the casualty rate,
something to say that Earth's dying. But then again, that throws up other problems. If Earth's dying, is Pandora the only planet that we're trying to colonize? Why have we got so few ships there? Why haven't we just, you know, these are the problems that haven't been explored, because obviously it's not the story that Jim Cameron wants to tell.
There is a shot of masses of ships in the second film orbiting the planet. There's a shot of a whole fleet there.
But at that stage they haven't said the colonizing, have they? At that stage they're just after the whale brain juice, because I think it makes you live forever or something.
No, it's hinted in the second film, because in the second film she says our operation's going to change. Things on Earth are not going well, and we get that conversation, don't we, between the general and Quaritch. Rachel, you wanted to jump in with Sonny?
We've had that conversation in both films before this one. Jake says it at the end of Avatar that Earth is dying, and they know they're sending the humans back essentially to die on their dying world. Then you have the second one. They show up with a fleet this time, so you can assume that they are here to colonize instead of having to be told that they're here to colonize. The only reason they talk about what they're getting from the whales is that is what is relevant to the small scale story. That's what's going to drive the connection to the Sullys, because they are now connected to that world. And if they were still in the forest, we would probably be seeing them tearing down the rest of that region and scouring the earth like they did before. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that says we're not doing that anymore. Well, a lot of our elements do have pretty dumb names, if you think about it. I mean, we're not that creative as human beings. We have some dumb.
I mean, when we went back to the like the military base and they had Sully captured, spoiler, and you've got all the people with their like cameras or future cameras or screens or whatever. You know, it's like, are these technicians? Are they civilians? Are these fat? What's going on here? We didn't get that world building, and Jim Cameron is so good at world building normally. That,
I mean, we got the sense that there's a massive population there, but not a proper introduction to it. Another plot point that sort of connects to that I had a massive issue with was when she goes in to rescue Jake. She flies over a couple of these giant either fuel pods or gas canisters, but they're inflammable. She fires a couple of those rocket grenades, and if you look at the wider shot of that area, first of all, that would have ignited an explosion that probably would have taken out half of that colony. You know, but the two
like had his hope going up, wouldn't it?
They just seem to be very self-contained. That wouldn't have happened. But okay, let's put that aside for one. Let's say that there's cut-off valves or something to keep something like that being contained. Maybe so. But then, you know, the helicopters are coming in after her, and amongst all the grill work of this inflammable stuff that she's hiding and weaving in, they're weapons free and firing fucking rockets and machine guns. That would not happen. I was actually waiting for the line in the cinema for them to go, hold your fire. You can't fire there. You'll take off half the base, which would have made complete
yeah.
sense. Yet they're going round machine gunning the
They
place.
didn't care.
Rounds ricocheting off and killing civilians and all kinds of stuff. You know, when people in the Middle East fire AK-47s up into the air and give it Allah Akbar and all that, do you know what happens to those bullets? Those bullets go up into the air, they then come down, gain massive momentum, and usually land nearby, often going into the heads of kids and killing them. But so many people have died from that. It's never reported, but it's very common. So if you're firing rounds from a weapon that's got, 100 times the power of an AK-47 from these rocket machine gun things and all the rest of it, and those rounds are ricocheting around your base and going God knows where, you could kill all kinds of civilians. It wasn't like the place had been evacuated. It all happened really fast. So there were some elements there that I thought, this is not believable. These pilots would not do that in that environment. They would not have weapons free in that environment. It just wasn't realistic. So there was a lot of stuff like that kind of let it down a little bit, unfortunately, even though I did like a lot of it.
I think the thing is, I think hardcore sci-fi fans don't really care for the Avatar movies or don't love them, but I think normies do, your average housewives and stuff, I think, and,
it's normie fodder for sure. Yeah. I mean, you can take a family to see this film, and assuming the kids don't get bored because it's more than 2 minutes long, then I think everybody's going to have a good time.
Traumatized. This one is also a little darker, but also more sexual than
definitely
the other two,
darker, man. Yeah.
This one had a lot more
that moment with Spider was dark, man. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
They're not gonna like,
but, I said, this one was a little hornier. This one was hornier than the other two.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was waiting for you to say something about that.
Because with Neytiri,
especially with what's the name, Varang going around and connecting with everybody with a
mind raping, non-sensual.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but
yeah, because we were talking about it. Well, we were talking about how because we were under the assumption that the tails are something else, whereas procreation is involved with genitals still. Is what we were thinking with the Na'vi. So it's sex 2.0 with the ponytails. But for instance, with Jake and Tiri, that was very, soul pair bonding. Whereas with with Quaritch and Varang, it is just straight up carnal lust going on there.
Yeah, that's just that was just a booty call. That was just
they're just straight up. They're just straight up banging.
The only you need to do to get a girl is give her a flamethrower. Apparently,
you're only supposed to do the tail connection with the Na'vi that you're gonna mate with for life. But obviously, what she uses it for is to abuse it, to kind of open up someone's mind.
What happens after they connect with the tail thing? What happens?
What happens?
It's like a mating. It's like a mating for life.
It's like coming up on an E.
You go on. You go on. What's it? A spiritual journey. I did love all that.
You're joined spiritually, kind of.
You're joined emotionally.
Control them more, or is that what the point was? What was the reason for it?
Makes your bits gold tingly, Miss Sparkles. Basically, it's a major bit tingly sensation.
It's how they ride their horses and stuff. It's weird. They share consciousness,
It's like an overall spiritual connection with the planet, kind of thing that you can tap into.
Yeah, but you said she was doing it consensually. Why was she to control the guy?
Because it bonds them to her. It bonds them to her.
So they.
It's like she's subjugating them, I suppose, kind of thing. Because most of them have got a weak will, but Quaritch has got a strong will, and she says that when she connects with him. So
I liked all the Awa stuff. Awa's a giant floating head. That shit was cool.
That was weird.
I liked it.
It was a bit weird.
If you looked at that face, that was Sigourney Weaver's head.
Yeah, it was very also 2001 Space Odyssey. I also love the
image
of
that's
the
what
trees.
I got from it. I got the Space Baby or whatever it's called out of it.
Yeah, I loved the images of the trees with the big purple light shining through it. That was cool looking, it was neat. A lot of neat stuff in this movie, and I did like, all the stuff with Neytiri, how she's like secretly kind of resents her family because they're all alien mutant hybrids.
I thought the first part of the film where they're all dealing with the grief in the different ways, I thought was very good. I was down with all of that. I thought that was well executed, to be honest. It's just the second half of the film that
some of that stuff was actually more interesting than some of the action that we got.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
The endless kind of one person's kidnapped and another person's kidnapped and another person's kidnapped. All of that was a bit fucking repetitive.
Also, we need to not forget the greatest achievement of the Avatar films is that they almost convinced me that Sam Worthington can act.
Yeah.
So,
let's have a look at the lady who played the alien, because this is none other than Una Chapman, who is
oh wow,
she's the princess who gets murdered at the Red Wedding. And is struck down with she's pregnant at the Red Wedding, and she gets struck and stabbed, and then everybody else gets murdered. That's Una Chapman, and I have to say that she would not be in my top. If I picked 3 actresses, somebody gave me the breakdown of the role of this new character for Avatar and said, "Who do you think?" She wouldn't have been at the forefront of my mind, but she absolutely nails this part. She nails the character. Amazing,
incredible. I thought it was a black lady. I really did.
Yeah, I and Kate Winslet plays the daughter of the fish people.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
Yeah, that's right.
And I didn't realise that was Winslet either. So credits to
the second one.
She's great as Ron. She really is.
Miss Sparkles, have you seen Avatar?
I'm not going to. No, not my thing. No.
All right. Okay. So that's all right. Your silence is well made in that case. Toxic, who's just arrived. Welcome, sir. Good to have you on.
Hey, thank you so much. Sorry for my delay. We had a drunken disorderly at the hotel, as we do during the holidays. I had to go deal with.
No problem. If you do want to come on camera, you must wear a Santa hat just to keep things.
Yes, sir.
Uniform. Yeah.
I took mine off.
Yes, sir.
That Santa hat combined with luminous lights gets you a second point. Fabulous. Have you seen Avatar yet, Tox?
For my sins, yes. Unfortunately, as the drinker so succinctly put it, 3 hours and 17 minutes out of my life I'll never get back.
It was. I mean, we've all said that it could have been 30 to 40 minutes shorter. I think on that we do all agree.
I disagree, honestly.
It was bum numbing.
But you missed the beginning of this, but I said all the things that I thought were wrong with it, which was quite a lot.
Sure.
But there was also lots of stuff that I did enjoy about it. I think Enzo and I are kind of in a similar ground. It was perfectly enjoyable. We were quite happy to go back to Pandora, that kind of thing. But I just think it's not Cameron's finest hour in terms of storytelling beats, and the big battle scene is just basically a repeat of the one in the second film, but with more toys.
Well, I'm not going to repeat the same criticisms but here's one I'll say that I've not heard anyone said. Just knowing that we've got a couple more of these in the pipe just really makes me exhausted. It's like when you're in the military and you go on a 5-mile run, and then you find out from the grapevine and the running formation that we got another 5 miles to go. You're just like, holy shit, man, I just want to throw up and shit myself all at the same time. So
Jim Cameron said there's other stories he wants to tell, so I get the feeling he's going to take at least a break.
I mean,
he said if this one wasn't successful, he would let it lay at 3. But if it is successful, he will finish the story.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I feel like it could end here, and I wouldn't be bothered. I watched another one, but it could end here.
He's implied that I saw in an interview, he said he might be prepared to do a Lucas, which is he wants to do other things, and he might pass the reins over to someone else. And I was like, give them to me, mate. I'll shoehorn. I'll make sure the story is going the right direction. I mean, I could do the remaining scripts of this, no problem.
For sure. I'm just going to add more spiders to it. More spiders.
I don't think he'll let this one go. This one is his baby. It's been his baby for decades. He's not going to let this one go.
But he has said he's just spent a really big. I think 15 years on it, isn't he? And however many years before that it took.
I think it's like 20 years now.
20,
the first one came out in 2009. Obviously, he's been working on that beforehand for 5 years. So
okay, so about 20 years.
According to the interview he did for 2020 leading up to this, he's been working on this world since he was 17. That's not something you let go, no matter what.
You worked on it that long? Goodness gracious! Okay.
Wow.
He had to work up to the tech being there, like he's always done.
I've always been curious. I've always been curious why people just take things that famous people say at face value as if that means anything. Like, I'm not planning to do more Avatar movies, or I never spend that much time on social media, or I wasn't on Epstein Island. Like, I don't believe anything.
Captain America again. That guy's Captain America again. He said he wouldn't.
Not everybody's James Gunn.
Well, okay. Well, look, we've spent 40 minutes on Avatar, and I think that's enough, because otherwise we'll be going as long as the film. So,
ironically, it's about how much I would have cut out of Avatar.
Ratings out of 10, 7 out of 10 for me. It's still a film that's got a lot to offer. Kids will love it as long as they can stay awake and not fidget too much. Certainly, my goddaughter, who is 12, really enjoyed the movie, as did her mother, and it does look good on IMAX. That is where I saw it. I saw it at the best IMAX in the UK. It's got the best screen, it's got laser projection and all that, but I thought the storytelling and the pacing of the film was weak. It could have been shorter. So it's some fantastic performances, lots about the film I can recommend, but a 7 out of 10 for me, whereas the first film is for me, the first film's a 10. The second film, I think I gave a 6. I think I gave it a 6 last year. So that's my rating. Enzo,
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Had some
8
problems, but I don't know. If I can't give it a 7, I wouldn't give it a 6. But yeah, I liked it more than the all the summer movies that I gave C minuses. Superman and Fantastic Four and Jurassic World and all that crap.
I didn't even see any of those 3. Funnily enough.
Awful. All of them.
Okay, Critical.
I'm going to give it a 7. I enjoyed this more than The Way of Water. I thought The Way of Water did a lot more poncing about. This is too long, but for the first, it got to the stage where I was like, oh man, it seems sort of coming up to the third act. And I quickly looked at my phone, because I don't have my phone on during the cinema. But I had a quick look. I was like, oh, it's only halfway through. This is going to go on forever. But I was engaged. I love this world that Jim Cameron takes us to. There's problems with it, but it's a 7 out of 10. I don't understand the Avatar hate. I really don't. I think for escapism, and that's what it is, I think it's a fine old time. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for this.
Yeah, it was certainly did give you some escapism. That's for sure. But as Miss Sparkles says, Avatar is not a Christmas movie. We agree on this. Rebel Rose, you've seen it, I think.
Yeah.
Rating,
I have.
Rating,
as soon as I could. I give it a 9 out of 10. I absolutely loved it. Unlike the rest of you, I had no problem sitting there for 3 hours and 17 minutes. I would have sat there for another 30 minutes.
Did you have a bucket under your seat?
No. I feel like there are things that could have been left in that I know were cut for time. I can't wait for the deleted scenes to come out, just like every one of them, because it adds so much to the story. And as for the reason that people hate this, thinking that it is applicable to the message, they're thinking of the wrong message. They really are. The message of this is the same message that James Cameron has been preaching since Terminator. It is. What? If this was a quote unquote message film, there wouldn't be a strong father that would die for his family. We wouldn't have had that.
No.
Yeah, no,
there's nothing woke.
I didn't find it woke at all. So
nothing. Zero out of 10 for wokeness.
He's the one who said it was for that you. I forgot about what it was about though. What he was saying.
The message is his message of environmentalism.
Okay. Yeah,
and that is fine.
I'm down with that. don't have a problem with that. That's a perfectly worthy cause. We should look after the planet. We've only got the one. Yeah.
My problems with the film are narrative and structural. That's it. The visuals, I could not fault it, man. I really couldn't. It's a beautiful film. Beautiful film. Sorry.
That old Yorkshire Geek 142. Thanks for commenting in the chat, because I don't think you have before. I enjoyed Avatar 3. Not amazing, but in the meh of 2025, it's probably my #1 film of the year. Well, we're going to be talking about our top 3 films and TV shows of the year. Good old Leroy being controversial in the chat as always. Yeah, so we'll talk about those on the 30th, which is our end of the year show, best and the worst of 2025. Got a few extra guests coming on that show, so it should be a fun one. Yeah, so last but by no means least, Toxic, your rating out of 10 for Avatar 3?
I mean, I'll give it a 2 just because it had a good trailers before the movie, and it's pretty to look at, and there was a fairly busty concession girl that got me hot pretzels and cheese when I went out for the 4th or 5th time. I really was just hoping for some sort of mass casualty event to happen in the theater, like The Dark Knight Rises and stuff. Like I was like, please God, let this happen. Let this happen now. Let him get me first. This is just horrible dog shit. Man, James Cameron, I can't even believe that this is the same man that did 3 of my favorite films of all time.
Well, we're moving on. So
okay. Okay. So only say good stuff or don't say anything at all. Got it.
No. 2 out of 10. You didn't like it. Wasn't for you, and I hear you.
Yeah, not a massive.
I did comment on the plot and story not being up to par with his earlier work. Yeah. So on that, we certainly agree.
You blew it when you were hoping for a mass casualty event, Doc.
And look, it's I've said this before. This is not an echo chamber channel. My guests have often got different opinions on things, and we also like different things, and that is absolutely fine. And I like to keep it that way. But we've already spent 40 minutes on this.
Cheers. Flush this turd.
Yeah,
move on.
Yeah. I don't. We've got some good stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah.
We're probably going to talk about this a bit next week, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But just to say, for me, season 2 so far of Landman is definitely delivering. I'm up to speed on the latest episodes. Well, I'm enjoying it. I don't know if it's gone downhill for you. Fair play, but I like Andy Garcia as the new villain. And yeah, I'm just enjoying it. It's a very easy watch. It's not the best thing ever, but I like it. I really love the music. I love Billy Bob in this role, one of his best roles ever. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and Sam Elliott's in it now as well, which is just great. Love Sam Elliott in absolutely anything. Enzo, you watching Landman?
Nope, didn't see first season either.
Okay,
and it's funny because it takes place
down the road from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leroy is a fan of Landman. There we are. Great. Okay. Miss Sparkles, are you watching this?
No, but my mom is, and she really likes it.
Okay. Cool. Love your mum already. Crick Owl.
No, I've not watched any of the Taylor Sheridan shows. If I was to watch one Taylor Sheridan show, which one should I watch? And it's probably Mayor of Kingstown.
I think Mayor of Kingstown, which I'm going to mention briefly next, would be your one. So we'll table that. We'll come back.
Yeah,
to that.
I haven't watched any of his shows either. I've only seen a few of his movies, and they're good.
Okay. But so Rebel Rose, are you watching Landman?
Yeah, I am every week.
How you liking it on season 2?
Oh, I like it just as much as I did the first season. I think it's one of his better shows.
Great. Yeah. I find it very easy to watch. It's just an easy watch for me, but I just enjoy it. I like the characters, and yeah, it's fun. Tox, I feel you're disappointed with season 2 because you were a fan of season 1.
Big, huge fan. And I love all of Taylor Sheridan property, his movies, his TV shows, when he was an actor, all of it. I love it all. Even the stuff I don't love, particularly I still find enjoyable. And I thought this was very interesting because I have no skin in the game in this kind of material. I don't know anything about Texas. I don't know anything about oil stuff. I had no idea if this was going to be good, and it wound up being one of his best shows last season. This season, I don't know what happened. It's turned into a Telemundo novella type TV show. I have no idea what's going on with this. I don't know if he handed the reins of writing over to somebody else and they just decided to change it from landman to simp men, where just these horrible, just disgusting women who are completely unreasonable just walk all over these guys. They took characters that I really enjoyed. I thought the son, although he was very unfortunate looking, I liked how he acted in season 1 and how he stood up for himself. And in this season, he's just become this little crybaby simp, just sniffing after this girl who just got millions of dollars and is not happy. I mean, she's turned into, you know, Monica 2.0 from Yellowstone. This is just, it's just turned into a complete soap opera. I was so excited for Demi Moore because I thought she was woefully underutilized last season. And although she had one killer scene in one episode so far, everything else has been, you know, just complete logical inconsistency. This show has gone into the utter toilet. I am so disappointed in this show.
Wow. Fair play. Well, that's your view. It's all good. Yeah, I will agree that I can see what you're talking about with the characters and the dynamics between the men and the women, and some of the influence the women have over the male characters feels unrealistic. However, I will say in the history of my life and the people I've met, I know several men that have been in that situation with women like that. So maybe I just don't find those situations as unrealistic as you, because I've seen them and certainly been around them. And you know,
my mom said that she understands where the women are coming from.
Well, behind every man, you know, there's a powerful woman and all that phrase. But I'm still enjoying it. We'll see. I don't know if we're getting one more episode before the end of the year. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out next week. But the other,
I'm gonna try and watch Percy before next week, so I can talk.
Percy is
it's all finished now.
Yeah, well, for now, I'm not.
The first season. Yeah,
I'm not going to talk about that today because I know we'll cover it on the 30th.
Yeah. I'll try and get all of it watched by next week. I think there's like 8 episodes, 10 episodes or something.
There's 8. There's 8 episodes. Mayor of Kingstown is definitely a Taylor Sheridan sort of a good gateway drug to Taylor Sheridan's world.
Big time.
If you want to do one of his shows and you haven't, I would say Mayor of Kingstown is a strong recommendation from me. Consistently good. I mean, Tox, are you on board with this season being, you know, solid? Because I think it's pretty good.
Blowing me away. Each episode is just, I can't even catch my breath with this show. One of my very first videos was Mayor of Kingstown versus Tulsa King, and how much more I liked Mayor of Kingstown. I live in a prison town. The penultimate episode was so good. I mean, I just I was like laughing out loud at when a show gets stuff wrong, I may or may not forgive it, you know, being in the business that I'm in. But when it gets it right, like when they had the balloon go up, because, you know, escaped inmate and stuff, and the way the entire town reacted up to and including the waitress who pulls a pistol out and racks around it, I'm like, that is exactly what would happen in a prison town. And then this finale, I was like, holy shit, man, this is there's I do admit in this there is also logical inconsistencies, stuff that just, you know, if you know would not happen. And I don't want to say because it'll spoil whoever's not seen the season finale, but I, you know, I can forgive it when I'm very forgiving if the rest of it is so good that it kind of rounds out the rough edges. And I mean, Jeremy Renner, if he don't get an Emmy or something for this, and Edie Falco, incredible. I just didn't.
She was the general in Avatar, wasn't she?
She is the general in Avatar. Yeah.
Well, she ain't phoning it in here. She's given it all it's worth here. I mean, she's at the same level she was in The Sopranos, if not better. I mean, a completely different kind of role. certainly, but definitely no less meaty. I was a little worried they were going to make her very one-dimensional, and they did it. I mean, I kind of can see now why Landman has gone off the rails a bit, because it seems like Taylor Sheridan may be giving all of his attention to this show and his writing skills to this. And if that's the case, then, you know, hey, I'll accept it, you know, for what it is.
I mean, it's highly possible that part of that energy shift came about because of Renner's accident, because they had to completely rework the entire schedule and season so that they could film as much as possible that he actually wasn't in.
Sure.
So he could get well, and you know, that may have required a bit of hands-on.
But did you feel like there was any like lack? Because I didn't feel a lack of his. Usually when there's a real life incident that pulls a actor or actress out of a show, especially when they are one of the main protagonists, like Buffy or Angel or 24 or something like that, and you feel their absence. I didn't feel his absence.
What I did notice was that there was an increased number of scenes on phones.
Okay.
And I think probably what happened was some of those scenes were probably face-to-face scenes in scripts originally, and they probably changed them to phone call scenes.
Sure.
And I mean, they looked very natural, because you wouldn't know, because the actor's not normally there. Normally they're on the end of the phone.
Sure.
They're normally just not there.
Yeah. If I had any complaints,
it's like when you had the COVID thing going on and nobody was in a room with each other all of a sudden.
I remember that.
Yeah.
If I had any complaints at all, and it's very minuscule, it's maybe Lenny James is one of the newer antagonists. Is maybe he's such a great actor. He's a little underutilized, and the guy that plays Bunny, the head of the Crips, maybe he's made a movie or something. I don't know, but he seems like he's a little, or maybe not even more, maybe more than a little less used than he was in the past, and he's always been very dynamic in this series.
Yeah, I like him. I forget the name of the actor. I just have a quick look.
Same.
I think,
he's British. He's British.
Toby Antifa, this guy. Yeah. He's I rate him. He's really good.
He's great. He's great.
Yeah. He feels like he put on weight for the role. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen him in anything else, to be honest with you, Lance, but I mean, I like him in this quite a bit.
Bulked him up a bit, couldn't they? They can do that with people, with costumes and things like that. Mayor Kingstown. Anyway, strong recommendation from all of us that are tuning in and watching it. I mean, it's a cracking show. Quite grim. Not a lot of levity in it. There's a few bits when it's funny, but it's
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I do remember in season 1 they did have some stuff where they did deflate the heaviness a little bit with something a little goofy. His whole relationship with the bear out in the woods, and the little in joke of him having a bow and arrow, because he's Hawkeye in the MCU and stuff. A couple things that were kind of, and Bunny was funnier in the first cut. He'd be really tough one minute and then be a kind of a goofball the next, and it didn't seem disingenuous. So I've noticed it has become very grim, hasn't it? Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, well, we'll move on. I think what we'll do now is we'll just give a shout out to the late actor James Renson. We do.
Man, I really liked him in Black Phone. And
I mean, I remember him. I think, wasn't he in The Wire? Am I thinking?
Yeah, that was his breakout. Yeah. That was his breakout role.
And he was very young in that, but he was an actor that sort of like, I remembered him. He was one of those ones that just kind of stayed with you because he had a really interesting face. And he was also in Generation Kill.
Yep.
Which is a movie I've got and seen many times. He's done various TV shows and things, but I know he had a problem with heroin addiction at one stage. I think it was after doing The Wire.
This is why I'm so happy to see him bounce back in things like Black Phone and stuff. And I thought that was a great role for him as well. Playing the
I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I know those are his kids, aren't they, on the right? I believe. So it's a tragedy, really. what can we say? But yeah, I mean, I would recommend people checking out his work. I know I've got a couple of super chats. I'll come to those in a second, guys. But do check out his work. I always think the best way you can honor these great talented people, that especially the ones who go before their time, is go and check out their work. That's what they would want. Yeah, there's several credits for him that are worth looking at. So yeah, James Renson.
This has hit me really hard. This is just because he's just one of those guys that's just naturally, even in serious roles, he brings a levity. He's a very funny guy, very personable. Like I not only knew guys like the Corporal Person that he played in Generation Kill miniseries. I kind of was that guy, in the military overseas and stuff. And people even joked about that. They would call me Corporal Person over there when I was in Iraq a little bit, because I was such a goofball and hamming it up in the middle of like firefights and things like that. And then of course he was great in It Chapter 1 and 2, and Mr. Right and a few other things. And it's just this one's like hitting me hard. Like I didn't know, apparently there was some child abuse and it's some stuff that he never really quite recovered from, and he was always just interviews, and he's always making everybody laugh. And it reminded me of Robin a little bit, Robin Williams, with, the kind of guy that makes everybody laugh and has to be on all the time for everybody else. They're really suffering.
Tears of a Clown.
Sad.
I think it goes without saying that, if you are struggling, make sure you reach out try and have some kind of support network.
Please.
People will be there for you. I know it's very hard to reach out. It's one of the hardest things to do. But just, if you possibly can, don't be silent about it.
No.
People won't judge you. People will be there for you, even if you think they won't be.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there myself. It's difficult as well, especially when you're in such a high state of mental pain. You don't sort of in a tunnel really, and that seems like the only way out, and it's obviously it's not. And these things, when they happen, they devastate the people around the individual concerned, because then we all ask ourselves, God, could I have done something different? What if I'd made that phone call or replied to that?
People will turn around and say that these people are weak, but they don't know for how long they've been strong.
No, indeed. And yeah, I definitely would be a deep well of strength that got me through a couple of very difficult times, but also friendship and support. YouTube played a massive role in that, especially in 2023. Really
almost the entire reason that my YouTube channels exist. Keeps me busy.
There we are. Yeah, because otherwise the spiders would eat him. So.
I'll just get fed up and get the spiders to just take over the world,
Yeah. Well, I want to focus on. I do want to focus on Christmas films.
Let's go.
I'm going to give each of my guests a chance to mention their sort of top 3 Christmas movies. But Tox, what's this thing? It's just The Housemaid. What's this?
So I went and said they had an early show because it's out here. It's just Christmas. Everybody thinks shut down except for the movie theaters and the bars. So this morning at 9:30, I went and saw The Housemaid because I read the book a couple years ago, and I was really excited for this. And yeah, I mean, are we at the recommendation stage right now, or?
Yeah, I mean, just do a quick one on this because I want to do Christmas stuff. But,
so fresh out of the theater, just watch this, and very pleasantly surprised if you're a fan of the insert thing from hell movies from the 90s. The Crush, The Good Son, Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Nanny from Hell, Kid from Hell, Babysitter from Hell, a lot. If you're a fan of those and have missed that. The Housemaid brings it back and then adds a couple extra twists and turns with some pretty, just really good looking people doing, outlandish shit. Paul Feig is at his best when he he does things like this. You know, I mean, obviously the horrible Ghostbusters, but when he does stuff like this, like he did with A Simple Favor, taking a novel and turning it into a feature film, you know, he's pretty good. It's definitely going in my top list of the year. Not that there's been a lot of competition, granted, but I mean, I love all of these actors that are in this, and I thought they were really firing. I was so shocked at how good. I forgot how good Amanda Seyfried is as an actress when she wants to be. I mean, yeah, she can be funny.
That's what I've been getting from all the reviews. Have been saying she is sensational.
She
in this film.
really knocks it out of the park here, and good for her for like leaning into like this is because, you know, Sydney Sweeney is like Amanda.
She's literally leaning into Sydney Sweeney in this picture.
Right. Sydney Sweeney is like Amanda Seyfried like 15 years ago. So it's like she really just kind of like took one for the team and is like, okay, I'll be the older chicken. And then they got the Flavor of the Month guy that was from 1923, and you know, and he's you know what, good for him for playing against type in this film, and lots of little twists. And I mean, if you know enough about film and books, or like me, you read the book, I mean, you see the shit coming a mile away. But I think it's an improvement on the book. I'm going to do a consider the source on it later today, just to get it out there, you know, book versus film. And I mean, I think Sydney Sweeney, I mean, this is going to be this is going to be number one very soon, because the theater was packed today, and women are going to love this movie. They are going to absolutely love this.
Did Sweeney capture the feel and look of the character from the book?
No, the book portrays both of them as being rather homely. So this is like the movie version of it, like, you know,
right? Got you.
Yeah, Amanda Seyfried's character is supposed to be even a little chubby. So like, and then they put these like two like near supermodels in these roles. So I mean, obviously it's the, you know, it's the movie-fied version of them. And in the book they have like horrible Brooklyn accents and stuff. So I mean, that's like, I would not have been able to watch a movie listening to that shit. But no, it
sounds like it was adapted in the right way. Aaron Charman is asking you, are there nude scenes in the film? Asking for a friend.
Quite a few. Yes, quite a few nude scenes. Sweeney knows what she's good at, and she delivers that here. But she does a lot more, though.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's out on Boxing Day in the UK, just so you know.
Just to let you know, Michael Doberman, that myself and Critic Hour are also available for compliments about our Christmas outfits as well. So, all right, great. Thanks for that recommendation. I'm definitely going to check that film out. So, we're gonna talk about Christmas films now.
8 out of 10, by the way. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for reminding me to do the rating as well, which is always quite an important.
Well, I can see you could be distracted by the screenshot, so I mean, I
was very distracted by those policemen getting out of that car. That's very true.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come to each of my guests in turn. I'm hoping we'll get Rachel back on. She's been having technical issues today. But
she said that the problem would come out, so she'll probably have to stick in the chat, unfortunately.
Okay, all right. She can put her entry
a laptop.
I'd like to hear 3 movies that you always like to watch at Christmas, and we'll actually, we're going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to let everybody say their lists. Don't just say the names of the titles. Just give me your 3. And then we'll come back and I'll pick some, not necessarily all of them, to discuss. So I'm going to let my guests go first, and we'll let ladies go first. And while some people might think that's how, we'll go with Miss Sparkles.
Well, I wanted just to talk about the CBS claymation special. That was
okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. It used to scare me. That's it. That's all I wanted to.
You can talk about that, but I mean, what are the other movies that you like to see at Christmas, or do you stick on?
What's the Miracle on was it
34th Street?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, and then a Rhapsody's Christmas, and then I forgot Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Yeah.
Do you mean Santa Claus the movie?
Yeah.
No, the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
One where he
And
knocks
I-
out Santa and has to dress up.
And
as something
we're
like that.
definitely gonna come back and discuss this, but I think the claymation thing that you're talking about, which I feel now I must watch, is this one. With that,
Yes.
this is one of the from the Christmas claymation.
Yeah, they scared the hell out of me. And nobody ever talks about this movie ever. My mom just
gotta
watched
see
it
this.
recently. Yeah, it has the
All right.
California raisins in it. Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to it. To it. Cool. All right, some Enzo.
Yeah, I mean, same as last year. What was it Akira Kurosawa's Redbeard and Tokyo Godfathers are good, but this year I guess I'll throw number 3, the 1999 drug-induced rave movie Go, starring Sarah Polley and Scott Wolf and Jay Moore.
Is that a Christmas film?
Yes, takes place on Christmas. There's a Christmas rave. It's all
Rave
centered
means
around
flashing
an
lights. It's all about Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, it's they even have a big Katie Holmes muses on Christmas. And
my favorite scene,
it's all like fate.
My favorite scene in this movie is when the two guys who've sort of gate crashed those other guys' house are like, we've got to tell you something really important, and you think they're going to come out with the serial killers or their murderers or their FBI agents or something like that, and it turns out that they're kind of cult salesmen, and they've been brought into this sales cult, and they suddenly start pitching this sales cult thing, and it comes out of nowhere, and it's like, what the fuck? And I thought that was really clever. I forget the name of the two actors that play the part, but they're great as well. Do you know the bit I mean?
Who? What? The two who are you talking about again?
It's the two guys. They're in the house, and I'll show you the two actors because I remember the actors. I think it's hang on, isn't it William Fichtner is one of them.
And William
you think
Fichtner
they're going to be like secret agents or policemen or something.
Yeah, they're trying to sell Amway.
Amway, yeah, they're basically.
Oh, and the best is when
Amway changed their life.
Jay Moore says, wait, you want us to sell Amway? He's like, it's not. He gets upset. He's like, voice starts like trembling. He's like, it's not Amway. It's Confederated Products. It's a totally different brand, totally different product. Like, it's not the same thing. I mean, because the idea is it's a drug deal. The whole movie centers around this ecstasy deal. And you got these two cop actors. They play cops on TV. One of them got charged with possession. And their story is they actually have to, go undercover and, get someone to, they need to bust a dealer, help these cops bust a dealer. And also these two actors are actually secretly gay with each other. So that's like a thing. And
I was going to say, what's going on in that mirror?
Yeah, that's
there's a lot of like
the dog from the Muppets is blowing him in that.
They're putting a wire on. So they're putting a wire on Scott Wolf, and William Fichtner is like, "You work out? Yeah, you must. You got a great body." And he's like, "Yeah, we got to work out. It's part of our contract as actors." He's like, "Yeah, look great." But yeah, it was a funny ass movie. There's like four vignettes. That's a little anthology, loosely based. I like the Las Vegas story. Basically, you got the guy who would normally hook the dude up with the ecstasy. He went to Vegas for a bachelor party. So these two actors need to find someone to sell them ecstasy. Otherwise, they'll get in trouble with the police. So they asked this random cashier, Sarah Polley, who's about to get evicted because she's behind on rent. And she's like, yeah, I'll get you ecstasy. And she goes and borrows ecstasy from some drug dealer who's really scary. And she figures out it's a bunch of cops, so she flushes all the ecstasy, and she's got to pay the drug dealer back. And so she goes selling, allergy medicine at the rave to get money back. I mean, a lot going on.
None of these screenshots look very Christmassy.
Well,
I haven't seen any Christmas in the
There's
screenshots.
Christmas lights
Oh, no,
right
there you
there
go.
on
There's
the
some
car.
lights. There's some lights.
There's
Christmas lights in the car.
People like to do drugs on Christmas too,
Enzo just likes to be different.
Let it snow.
mean,
Let it snow. Let it snow.
I tend to just go for a sort of Sunday roast type scenario, but whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Do you know what? This is a good film. One of the reasons I always remember this film really well is because when I bought my very first DVD player, the guy in the store said, I will throw in 2 movies. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay. And I sort of went and looked at the selection of DVDs that they had. And one of the ones I picked was American History X. So that was like the first DVD I ever owned. And the second film I picked was Go.
I owned this soundtrack. The soundtrack's great. I had the movie on DVD. And this movie to me represents like the pinnacle of the 90s, where the 90s are now becoming the 2000s, you know?
Right.
Like, this is that transition period away from the grunge and alternative music and flannel and the cynicism and the nihilism, and this is moving more towards those early 2000s sex appeal, electronic music, designer drugs, designer clothes, this kind of youthful, materialistic hopefulness that was going on in the early 2000s. You know, everyone was hot and awesome and everything kicked ass, and that was just the vibe the 2000s were going for.
Well, we ended up discussing this in detail, but that's fine. I just wanted to get. You mentioned 2 others. Let me.
They're the same movies I recommend every goddamn Christmas, and nobody watches them. Tokyo Godfathers. It's the best Christmas movie ever made. It's an anime.
Great film.
And then the second one is a unorthodox Christmas movie that I personally like. It's Akira Kurosawa's 1962 film Redbeard, about a doctor in feudal Japan who thinks he's going to be the physician of the shogun, and he gets reassigned to be the hospital guy at a very poor hospital for poor people, and he's very upset about it. And then this doctor named Redbeard teaches him how to be compassionate and patient and all these good things that are very Christmassy. I recommended these last year. Did you guys watch them? Watch them this year, please.
You did recommend them last year, and I did watch Tokyo Godfather, but I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. Did you like it?
I liked what I saw of it, but I fell asleep. I didn't fall asleep.
You missed the big miracle at the end that makes it the best Christmas movie ever.
It's not your standard. It's not your standard anime. It really isn't.
No, I mean, just to say, I didn't fall asleep because it wasn't any good. I put it on too late. I put it on too late. I was already nodding off. And
well, it's a good one. Watch it again this year. And yeah, Redbeard is a Christmas movie because, like I said, it's all about learning compassion and patience and helping your fellow man and helping those who are in need. Because those are all part of the tenets of the Christmas holiday.
Is it Christmas? Or is it
no, it takes place in feudal Japan.
Yeah.
So why is it Christmas then?
Because I already explained it twice. Because of the morals.
Just go and watch it, Miss Sparkles.
Because of the morals.
I ain't watching it. Is it that we're talking about? No.
You don't want to watch a black and white 3-hour Japanese movie about doctors in feudal Japan helping poor people? Then I can't help you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, and it doesn't sound Christmassy at all, though. To be honest,
I know. I already said. I prefaced it saying it is an unorthodox Christmas adjacent film. I think it is an excellent Christmas movie.
We're full of it.
Okay. Well, I'll do my
watch it and disagree with me then.
Pretty cow.
Do you know what they eat in Japan on Christmas Day? KFC.
KFC. They love KFC.
KFC.
Pretty cow. You got three. You got 3 films for me.
3 Christmassy movies. Yes.
Try and make them a bit more Christmassy than the ones we just had mentioned, if you go.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Excellent choice.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
And Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's the sort of Die Hard one, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like a horror film.
Is that not the one with guys and machine guns and people getting killed and there's sort of like
like his brother gets killed earlier and he turns into a psycho and dresses up as Santa and murders a load of people. It's fun.
Right.
There's a remake of it coming out next week, so
has anybody seen the film on Netflix? I think it's simply called Red, and it's got like a massive Red One. Sorry, what Dwayne?
Red One.
We talked about
Yeah,
that. We talked about that last year.
That is not going to make my best Christmas films list.
We did talk about it last year, wasn't it? Was it like really awful? It was really awful.
I heard it was awful.
Yeah, it's The Rock and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
No, Chris Evans. Chris Evans.
It was definitely forgetful. I don't remember much about it except the Krampus and cars.
Yeah, the Krampus
becoming toy cars, becoming real cars. You know,
yeah.
It was like a Marvel. It was like it was like if Santa was an MCU character, is how I would describe it.
It was cool to see J.K. Simmons absolutely ripped as Santa, though. Like he got in insane shape for that film for some reason.
Shogun is a Christmas
film. But why? Like, you know, I get it. Like he actually got in shape for some stupid Zack Snyder superhero movie. But now that he's in shape, he's like, well, I might as well stay in shape. So now I'm gonna play Santa, who's in shape now.
Ripped Santa, yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the idea of like ripped, jacked Santa. I think that's funny. But you know, I just prefer fat, jolly Santa. And, you know, J.K. Simmons, he's got the Santa voice down. So, I mean, I can't stand when I see a Santa movie. I've seen it a few times already this Christmas where Santa shows up and he's like, hi, I'm Santa. It's like, that is not what he should sound like. He should have like a deep, burly, ho, ho, ho kind of voice. Like, it should not be.
You know who needs to play Santa that I don't think ever has, and that's Brian Blessed. Brian Blessed needs to be Santa.
Great. I do love. I know Elf is like
Ghost of Christmas Present. That'd be another great one.
I know. People think that some people
last night. Yeah,
I know some people hate Elf and some people like Elf. It's overrated. It's underrated. Whatever. It's funny.
I think Ed
Asner. I think Ed Asner is such a great Santa Claus, though.
He is.
Where he's like, well, I got bad news for you. Your father, I don't know how to say this, but well, he's on the naughty list. Like just that kind of delivery. So
we quite often watch Bad Santa as well. That one quite often makes the yearly rotation.
I don't understand why.
You got 3.
So I watched it recently, and yeah, the director's cut, they omit that amazing opening monologue, voiceover monologue that Billy Bob Thornton has at the bar. I think that is the one problem I have with the much more easier to access director's cut. Is in that opening bar scene, there's no voiceover narration, which typically is a good thing, but that specific voiceover narration is so wonderful and funny and sets up the whole movie.
It's just a nice movie. It's a fun movie. Fun.
Well, talking of fun movies, we talked about this last night. This would be one of my picks.
I love it.
Goes on TV in my house every year. As soon as I start cooking the Christmas dinner, this goes on in the background. Muppet Christmas Carol. I've also been to see this at the cinema more recently with sing-alongs, where a lady comes out dressed as Miss Piggy, and
good Lord,
you know, we've got various people singing the songs with us and stuff. That's one of my favorite scenes. Is the Marley and Marley is great stuff. But we did a stream on Northern English Bastards channel where we discussed this in detail yesterday with a great panel. So I won't
discussed and sullied and ruined and were entirely inappropriate. It was an awesome stream. Check it out.
Well, some people were.
Chat was annoying.
I was very respectful to the material.
I might have had a couple of beers.
You may have had a couple of beers. This is true. But yeah, it was good. It was good. It's a really good film. It's still a good film. It's just one of those ones that's just timeless, really.
Like I said yesterday, I kind of feel like the world needs another good Muppet film to.
It would, yeah. I mean,
make everybody happy again.
What's a Christmas tale that the Muppets could do that would be a good Christmas Muppet movie that's not a Christmas Carol?
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas.
The Muppets?
I was just going to say Silent Night, Deadly Night, but everybody's a Muppet apart from the
or Rambo. The Muppets could do Rambo. They could have Kermit coming back and like Grover.
Nah, it should be Fonzie Bear. It should be Fonzie Bear.
Plays the sheriff.
Rambo.
Is John Rambo.
Hey,
I feel you're missing I don't remember there being a Christmas storyline in Rambo.
No, I must
it
have
takes place around Christmas.
Takes place in
No,
Christmas.
There's a Christmas tree in the police office, in the police station, so it's a Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
Christmas and Enzo's choice.
Is there a traditional Christmas tale that you could take the human characters out of and put the Muppets in and it would work?
Yes. There's a movie that I love. It's a great Christmas movie. It's called Akira Kurosawa's Redbeard. And you have all the Muppets play those characters.
This is an interesting one. A Muppet version of A Wonderful Life.
I was going to say that. What about a Muppet version of Home Alone?
Yeah, Muppet version of Home Alone.
And the two
Muppets would be the burglars.
The two Muppets that would be the burglars. The two guys that sit and sit in the rafters and yell at the you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I was going to say
no. You should have
think there's enough characters.
You have the guy who the old snow shoveler who killed his wife, but it's two of them for some reason. And they're both it's those two guys.
Gonzo as one of the robbers.
Yeah, I feel like Gonzo would be one of the robbers.
Yeah.
You need two people that are completely inept.
What about Muppets do a Christmas Story?
I like.
Yeah, that'd be more.
Northern's and Back.
Yeah.
A Christmas Story is another film that I want to mention quickly. I think Retro Nerd Girl did a really good.
What other Christmas movie gets a 24-hour marathon on TNT? Huh? I rest my case.
Is that still
yes? Yes. Yeah.
I don't have regular TV anymore.
No one does. No one does, but they still do it.
I have antenna TV. My ex has antenna TV. That's not what they play. They play Hallmark movies, really crappy Christmas Hallmark movies.
On TNT on Christmas Day.
Oh no, not TNT. I don't have cable like that.
We've got a bit of time to discuss those before the end, because it wouldn't be a Christmas stream without Enzo talking about Hallmark. So we'll come on to them. I do want to give this.
Northern backstage as well, Lance.
What's that?
You've got Northern backstage.
Oh yeah, sorry, I meant to bring him in. Sorry, welcome Northern. Good to see you, mate.
You little plonker, you.
Christmas Story is a film that doesn't get enough praise. It's a great story. It's kind of told from the adult looking back at his childhood and the Christmas where the one thing he wanted to get was this toy cowboy rifle, and it's kind of he's on a mission to make sure he gets that present. And he's got kind of quirky parents, and they take him to see Santa at the store, and it's a really crap fake Santa who's clearly been on the booze. But this is a really, really cute, lovely film. Which I first saw on video. But it's very funny. I mean, it's just like when I watched it again many years later, I think I saw this when I was very young, and I didn't realize just how funny it was. But this whole scene is absolute genius.
I don't. I made a second one recently.
The second one is crap. The second one is.
It's technically the third one. It's technically the third one because there's a summer vacation movie that's like the same people.
Right.
Then, then there's like the Christmas Story soft reboot that they did recently that I did not watch. But this movie's so funny, and I hate just like how people say, oh, Avatar's terrible. It's all part of my personality. Pineapple on Pizza's terrible, and it's all part of my personality. I'm starting to see like this whole like Christmas Story is overrated bullshit. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it probably is in America when it's having a 24-hour marathon. But in England, I mean, I barely heard of this until Family Guy.
This got featured on Film 83. Barry Norman reviewed it, and they actually showed the clip where he gets booted down the slide by Santa Claus after going to visit him. And I remember watching it. I was very young when I watched it, and I thought, oh, yeah, it looks all right. But I didn't go to see it. It did get a cinema release in the UK. I didn't go to see it at the cinema. I rented it on video around something like 1986, and I watched it with my parents, and I was like, actually, this is pretty fun. It was a fun film. It really reminds me of that. What was that series? It was like a half-hour.
Wonder Years.
Thank you. It's like a feature film of the Wonder Years. Thank you.
Read my mind.
Exactly what I was talking about.
It does a good job of balancing out this kid that's kind of a little bit selfish and bratty, but still make him innocent enough to make you sort of forgive him, because we have been Ralphie. We have been that little selfish kid, sort of kissing up to people in the hopes they'll treat them with that very thing they've wanted all their lives.
Yeah.
Here's
a question. Here's a question for everyone on the panel, and I'll come to you each separately. Tell me the present, whether you got it or you didn't, but it was that one present that you really, really, really wanted as a kid. You saw the advert on TV, you shouted at your parents, Mom, come on, tell me, this is it. You got to get that. I want that. You know, it was that present. Enzo, which one was that for you?
Damn, for Christmas, man. I mean, obviously the N64 was a big one. Also, a set of laser tag toys was cool. We were like playing with all the neighbors. Like I was like, we're climbing on roofs of houses, like sniping each other and stuff. That was fun. But yeah,
did you have the laser tag rifle, the one with the extendable stock?
Well, my neighbor got that one, but it was cool because we all got like the same brand. So we could play on these like massive teams. It was like the 90s version of laser tag. They had like it was like gray with like red and blue teams, and these little handguns. It looked like a little silver version of the Dread pistol. I don't know. It was fun, but the N64 was one of those things that we we were like, hey, an N64, that's cool. We didn't even expect it, and it was like, holy shit! We start playing it. We're like, this is. What is, 3 dimensions, like Mario 64 and Wave Race and all that stuff. I think GoldenEye also was part of the Christmas package. And yeah, GoldenEye multiplayer mode. That was, how many countless hours.
Golden Gun, odd job.
Dude, we do slappers only, rockets only, all the fun stuff.
Nice. Yeah, so many hours of
Proximity Mines. Proximity Mines was a great way to play.
Miss Sparkles, what would that toy have been for you?
Multi-disc CD player, a big one that lit up.
Oh yeah, with 6 changers or whatever, 6 CD changer.
Mm-hmm. My mom got me 3. She like worked really hard to get me one and 3 discs, so that was good enough. Yeah.
Critical.
That's the one.
Was it
sadly the human destroying spider army that I wanted I never got it, so I'm working on breeding that myself at the moment. Probably Star Wars. When I was just obsessed with Star Wars, and I wanted the Millennium Falcon, the TIE fighters, and the big Rebel transport, and I remember getting loads of that kind of stuff. So it was probably that. Star Wars was huge for me when I was a kid. I think I missed the original because obviously that's 77. That's before I was born. But Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, I was all over as a kid. Loved it.
Right. Northern.
I think I got all my presents. Obviously the PlayStation back in the day because it was the newest thing back then, and you had all the great games back. But I do remember one that I wanted to get for Christmas but didn't get till later, and that was the Buzz Lightyear. Even though there were better toys out there, but God, everyone was going mad for the Buzz Lightyear, and they all sold out. And I think that was one of the presents I remember being a little bit mad about not getting.
Do you want to see the advert for the one that I always remember that I pestered my parents endlessly? And when I saw a box that looked pretty similar in size under the tree, I was pretty excited because I thought, that looks like it. 10 weeks of whinging at my parents every time it came on the TV has finally paid off. This is the commercial that led to that whinging when I saw it.
Rescue professionals have to be prepared for any emergency. Now, with the Mac Rescue Center, you too can be ready. Uh-oh, trouble. The gang swings Mac into action. Richie opens the secret heliport door, and the copter's off. Joe helps man the rescue vehicles. There go the paramedics. The boys get the pickup underway. Thanks to Mac, the ATV unit and Mac Commander are safe. Mobile Action Command Rescue Center and teams from Matchbox.
Vehicles sold separately. That was the toy in question. Now, believe it or not, in the shed, in the garden. In fact, I think it's not even in the garden. It's in the living room, not far from here. I still have the box for that. I don't have the command center, but I do still have the box, which has that very same image on the front. Needless to say, this got turned into a kind of, you know, evil James Bond volcano base.
I was just crying out to be,
and all the figures divided into two teams. Yeah, the guys in the yellow jumpsuits, you know, with the sort of bad guys manning the base, and then I had all my cool guys in green commandos kind of coming in. And but yeah, a lot of fun was had with that. Unfortunately, the floors in it were kind of made of this cardboard, which pretty soon subsided and you know, became a bit of a casualty. Tox, I think these might be some of your choices. Is that
Mantiforce?
This was Captain Power.
Okay.
And so this was like a live action / digital show, and they had power suits like Tony Stark's, like early Tony Stark.
It was made by the creator of Babylon 5. It was the show that got Babylon 5 green lit.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And
Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
Yeah, they had this thing where you had the toy, and if you watched the show on Saturday, the show could interact with the toy. So like when they were fighting the robots and stuff, you could fight along with them, and then it would send a signal into the fucking toy and either like shoot you or you lose power points and things like that. I wanted this so badly, and instead I got a thrown away Millennium Falcon with like no cover to the back that my dad had found in the trash. Gave that to me instead. So when he needed a kidney, I told him to go fuck himself. I said, you should have given me the Captain Power toy, you piece of shit. So yeah, never got to have any Captain Power toys.
I never saw that. I never heard of that.
Did your dad get the kidney though?
No. He had to rock with the one kidney that was failing. So I said, enjoy dialysis like I enjoyed that cheap Millennium Falcon. So
brutal. Are these also Captain Pat? Yeah,
recognize them. Yeah, these were.
Literally don't remember
this
that.
was so cool because they had like a power suit that they would wear, and then they would tap the center thing, and the big suit would come out, and they had the guy Tank, the one in the upper right, Tank. He was played by the actor, the Swedish actor that was Schwarzenegger's stunt double in a lot of stuff. And what a good fucking show this is.
Sven Thorson, his personal trainer.
Yeah.
Peter McNeil. Bloody hell.
Yeah, Peter McNeil was in it as well. Jessica Steen.
I've literally never heard of that, man. I mean, when I was a kid, I
it's on YouTube. If you want to take a look at it, it's fucking cool as fuck. I wanted this stuff so bad. God,
it didn't last very long.
Oh, that guy is straight like
it was
Darth Vader, Host and Shurians.
It's like a single season, about 11 episodes, something like that.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. We will just we'll move on. Time is running out. We have let's talk about Miss Sparkle's Christmas celebration, Attack of the Killer Raisins movie. You said this is. I have a feeling I have seen this because I remember.
It looks
seeing
familiar.
a film with the animated raisins in and going, God, those are the raisins from the TV commercial. Definitely remember seeing them.
This looks like nightmare fuel. I'm not going to lie.
It scared me when I was younger. And I was just talking to my mom about it this morning because I wanted to talk about it. And I'm like, how did I watch it every year? And my mom said that my dad probably recorded it on VHS. That's how I watched it every year.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he recorded everything on VHS.
Has anybody checked to see if it's on YouTube?
It is on YouTube. My mom said it was. She just watched it the other day. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just doing a search for it now. Yeah. How long is the whole movie? Is it like? I think it's also called the California Raisins Christmas Special. Is that the same thing? I think it is.
Probably. Yeah.
California Raisins.
Because when I asked her what it was called, that's what it said. CBS Claymation Special is what it said.
Yeah. That title is also correct, and the subtitle of it is the other one. I found it. I'll put the link for it in the chat, guys, so you too can have nightmares about raisins coming to life.
The bells are what scared me. The bells that ring, the clay bells. Oh, yeah. My mom didn't know it. She put it on she didn't know it was scary us until like years later. We told her, my sister and brother and I told her. Yeah.
Wil Johnson.
The bells and the dinosaurs. Those
there's
two.
also some kind
Oh.
of mutant. Oh, is that those are two dinosaurs? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening there? We've
Yeah,
got
Tony can do the
ducks.
voice of one of the dinosaurs. Oh yeah, the geese.
Oh, you've
Oh,
got
yeah,
an ice
that
skating
too.
walrus. That's kind of fun.
I think one falls and almost drowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our viewing figures have suddenly jumped up. I think Drinker might have just
Hey,
sent
we
us
got
a
raided.
load of people. Yeah. We are
I
talking
do
about
that.
Christmas films. We're talking about Christmas. Everyone's going to leave. We're talking about Christmas films that you may or may not have seen. In the case of this one, probably not.
Look at it. It's so creepy. Look at them.
And the link for it is actually in the chat. The California Raisins.
Look at that thing.
Oh my god, no, I'm out.
I do like
looks like something out of
claymation.
Thing.
Yeah, but it's claymation is a great form of animation. It's
It's
a
like
lot of
Kurt Russell used to flamethrower that thing.
well, indeed.
Yeah.
I have got an
Fantastic.
awesome Christmas shout out when it is my turn, so just don't let me forget.
I
It's really good.
feel like we should all. This is only half an hour long, and it also comes with a vinyl record. So I feel like we should all commit. We should all commit to watching this Christmas film, and come back on the 30th when we're doing the best and worst of 2025.
Good lord.
Same time, and
go.
we should have a little conference about what we thought about this peculiar Christmas movie.
While sitting there rocking in the chair, hugging our knees.
Horror. Featuring the California Raisins.
Yeah, my mom
What is he
loved
doing
the
to that
raisins.
box?
Let's go back. Oh, ooh, yeah. What is he doing to that box?
He's
so happy.
Look, his
That could be
face
one of
says
those-
it all.
Something's raising, that's for sure.
Why don't you unwrap the box and have put your hand inside and see what you find? It's going to be that kind of. We do need a good puppet adaptation. That could be a wonderful life of puppets. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, Kurt. If you did the Muppets did a Wonderful Life, Kermit would have to play the lead suffering guy, wouldn't he? I think. Yeah. So this film does look proper strange. Is there a camel in it as well?
Yeah, I think
Looks
the
like
three. The three.
The three wise men.
Jesus thing. I think it's that story.
Yeah.
Three wise
Got
men.
this
Yeah.
little-
Yeah.
I like this little train at the top here is that with a duck on it or something? Is that snail? Maybe that's a snail.
Yeah.
Now, whoever made this was on
looks like a
drugs.
duck.
Magic Roundabout has got nothing.
But it's got a real kind of
Wicked.
Tim. It's got like a real Tim Burton vibe going on.
Yeah.
Could be fun. There you go. Look, there's the animator in action. Oh, look at that. Got a picture of the set and everything. I
Look how
remember
it worked out.
they used to sell like lots of like miniature plastic versions of these, didn't they? You could get them in toy shops.
My mom had all of them, the little raisin men, and the chick with high heels, but someone stole them because they're worth money and sold them now. So,
Yeah, they are worth money now. I think 'cause they're quite hard to get now.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that talking about that killed off all our viewers really quick.
Well,
Back to Sydney Sweeney! Back to Sydney Sweeney!
That's pretty funny. Okay, quick. Let's mention Die Hard for anybody. Oh, else. Okay, so we've got Die Hard, Scrooged, and Lethal Weapon. Now, here's an interesting thing, and you'll know this if you've read my book 1988. So, I took everybody to the cinema as a surprise for my birthday in November. My birthday is nowhere near November, but I had just come back from America for the first time in my life, and the big release that summer that I was out in America was Die Hard, which while I was there I saw I think about 7 times, and no one had heard about the film in America because it wasn't expected to be a big hit. It was a sort of medium budget movie, and I don't think that people really knew how it was going to perform until there was a couple of test screens of it, and people were like, okay, this is quite a good film. So the London Film Festival got wind of it, but because it was a Bruce Willis film, and the London Film Festival is very snobbish, there's a lot of class involved. they decided to do a screening of the film, but they did the screening at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. So I basically said to these, however many, I think it was about 12 people, we're going out for my birthday on Sunday, but you all have to turn up at 10 o'clock in the morning. And there was a couple of them that had been out all night, so they were not best pleased, but they came. And we went into the Odeon Leicester Square, and there was no posters for the movie or anything, so they didn't know what film they were seeing. They had absolutely no idea, and I didn't tell them. And I said, it's a surprise film, you'll see. And this was November 22nd, I have a vague recollection. And, you know, it came on, and as soon as it had finished, they were all coming up to me going, oh my God, that film was amazing. What a fantastic choice. What the real downer was that I'd also booked tickets for Scrooged in the evening. And while Scrooged is a good film, it's not on par with Die Hard. I mean, they're two completely different movies, of course. But going to see Scrooge, we went ice skating in between, and then we went and saw Scrooged in the evening. And Scrooge was like so average compared to this. It's not one of my favorite Christmas films now, I'll be honest. I think the film's okay, but I just think it's very stagey. It's sort of it's trying to tell you when to laugh all the time. But my book 1988 is my diary of that year, and all of this is covered in that book, and that's why it's got the Bruce Willis, it's got the Die Hard cover with me on the cover. And these are pictures, and this top photo on the left, this is, I think, about 6 or 7 of the people in that photograph went to see Die Hard. We're on that Die Hard trip. Yeah. So yeah, and then that's
what I'd love to revisit in the theater.
I loved it. Universally loved it. Everybody loved it. And you know, and people I got reconnected with one of the guys that was on that Die Hard outing, and he said, God, you know, we have conversations about that trip to see Die Hard even now, because don't forget, Die Hard wasn't released in the UK until January 1989, so they got to see it before anybody else as well, so they were very happy about that. So yeah, Die Hard was a great result. I think Lethal Weapon came out in '87. It was the year before. Around the same time, so it also came out Christmas time, I think, if I remember rightly. But Scrooge was released in the UK the same week that Die Hard was on at the London Film Festival, because it had just come out that weekend. So yeah, thoughts. So yeah, we all agreed Die Hard is a Christmas movie, right? Oh, hang on, we've lost comms with someone. So yeah, everyone agrees. Good, thought so. And then what about Lethal Weapon? Who thinks Lethal Weapon is a Christmas film?
Me. It is.
I think it's as much of a Christmas film as Die Hard is.
Yeah. Goddamn Christmas.
It's Christmas adjacent.
It's Christmas adjacent.
Someone say Merry Christmas in it, though.
And plus, it does kind of highlight it does highlight the unalivable rate as well that happens during Christmas, especially with Mel Gibson's character.
Yeah, I mean, I remember all the decorations stuff. It's set in California, isn't it?
Yeah. And plus, there's Christmas trees. You get a shootout in the Christmas tree. I mean, you got Mel Gibson and Gary Busey having a good fight in the front yard while there's Christmas decorations out of there. You know, you got Gary Busey shooting the TV when Christmas Carol comes on, saying "Goddamn Christmas." There's Christmas all over this bloody place.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of feel like to be a proper Christmas movie, it needs to be Christmas themed. I absolutely agree that there's Christmas adjacent films that you can call a Christmas film, but to be a proper Christmas film, I think it needs to be.
You can call it "It's a Wonderful Life" for Riggs's character, because he does find another reason to live, doesn't he? To go on.
Yeah, but I mean, the theme of the film is not Christmas. The theme of Gremlins is Christmas. The theme.
I don't see how you can say that. I don't see how anybody can say that. If it's a Christmas movie, it's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie. You don't get that. Who is anybody to decide what is the movie and what is not the movie? I mean, that's crazy. That's like arguing whether or not
Die Hard is an action movie, isn't it?
But
Yes.
in Gremlins, we hear a story how Santa Claus dies.
Oh, do we?
And I feel for that reason, it's not a Christmas film because you're not allowed to have Santa Claus dying. Santa Claus can't die in a Christmas film. That's
Gremlins hiding in the Christmas tree.
That's one of the best monologues ever put to film.
It really is.
That I've ever
I
seen.
love it.
It's quite funny because the actors have to play that scene dead straight. And I remember when I went to see this opened the same week as Ghostbusters, and this was in the smaller cinema, and Ghostbusters was in the bigger screen. And we came back the next day to see Gremlins. And when Phoebe, what's her name, isn't it, doing that monologue?
Kate.
She's talking about
Kate.
Yeah. She's talking and she's kind of crying, and it's a really emotional monologue. And everyone in the cinema, this is true story, everyone in the cinema started laughing.
People.
That's crazy. What a bunch of monsters you guys are over there. In
well, we're British, and we just found the idea.
We've got that dark sense.
We found the idea of someone who was a fat Santa Claus getting stuck in the chimney and dying. Obviously, very hilarious. So
a little. Can I give you a little piece of trivia?
Yeah, and the fact it was the chick's dad as well just makes it even more dark.
Can I?
It's just that it comes out of absolutely nowhere, and that's how she found out there was no Santa Claus. I'm sorry, that's really.
Go ahead, Tox.
A little piece of trivia about that film that I just recently discovered on someone else's podcast is that the scene where the inventor dad is like calling home to check on how things are going, and he's at the fucking invention convention. I'm sorry,
the time machine bit. Is it?
The time machine bit where it disappears behind him, and then, like it cuts away, and the time machine actually like disappears behind him. Is so. I was like, that is a gem of a gem of a gem right there. Like that is so great.
Does it disappear and reappear? Is that my?
No, it just
it just disappears, and they're all kind of looking around,
and they're looking for it, and they can't find it. He's just like carrying on his conversation. It's just one of those great little, just one of those little Easter egg type thingies that's in there along with, and it's one of those things you appreciate as you get older. I was going to mention this when we talked about A Christmas Story. It's like A Christmas Story was great when I was a kid. Me and my friends would, Ralphie, don't run, Ralphie, and I triple dog dare you. But when you get older, you realize all the little in jokes that are, man, they really knew how to do that shit back then. Having the mom turn into the Terminator in the Gremlins movie, or the fact that they've got all those toys. Yeah. They've got all those toys in the stockings. Who are those toys for? Are they for him? For the grown man living in the attic?
No children.
Toys for him.
I like the inserts of Fangoria magazine there.
Yeah. I mean, Gizmo's given us a Christmas present. It can't get much more Christmassy.
Yeah.
I love that scene in the bar. It's so great. That must have been so much fun to animate and, puppeteer and everything.
Have you guys all seen Joe Dante's Explorers, which is the film he made before?
We talked about it on your show.
No, I've not seen that.
Yeah. Well, I know that, but it's a rhetorical question because but we have got some people that weren't on when we discussed it before. Critic Cow, have you got an actual gremlin there? What's going on there?
I've got an actual gremlin there.
Hold on. Let's.
I've also got a bat gremlin and a spider gremlin.
Solo him up.
Wait.
That is the best gremlin.
The
trans gremlin is the best one.
Where's the? Oh my god!
Click on the three dots.
Here we go.
There you go.
Hey. Wow, that's pretty
there's
cool.
a bat gremlin right there.
Oh, you mean the spider?
And, up the top, if you look carefully, there is the spider gremlin.
Ooh. Oh god, yeah, I can see that on top of the speaker.
Yeah.
That actually looks like a real spider. That's horrible.
Thankfully, quite a lot smaller than any, sort of bigger than any of my actual spiders that I have.
Yeah, but fortunately can't move. Thanks to anyone who came over from the Critical Drinkers. Ask the drinker a question. We're talking about Christmas movies and any old bollocks that comes to mind, really.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a question, put it in the chat. I'll try and get to it. It doesn't have to be a super chat at this stage. Obviously, they're welcome, of course, but times are tight, so you can chuck a question in, and I'll try and answer it if I can. Family Guy have done a Hallmark special. Blue has just informed us. Has anybody seen that?
No.
Family Guy.
Family
yeah,
Guy.
I've not watched Family Guy in a while. It really went off years ago.
Never.
I've not watched it. I wasn't actually completely sure it was still going. I've not even watched any of the new South Park yet. This new season. I'll get round
Simpsons
to it.
is still going too.
Yeah, I just watched about 5 or 6 episodes of The Simpsons. I always love watching the Treehouse of Horror ones.
They're great. They are mostly universally great. Those ones.
They do kind of renditions of various horror films, and they're always good fun.
My favorite episode is where Marge almost cheats on Homer, and then she changes her mind. I think that episode's so sweet. I really like that one.
Is that?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Marge, does she actually cheat on Homer?
No, she almost cheats on Homer.
No, she's got she can drive one direction to go cheat, or she can drive the other direction, go see Homer, and she goes the other direction. Yeah. And there is one where Homer almost cheats with Mina. Is it a name or something? I
remember there's an episode which focuses on one of the periphery characters being single in The Simpsons, and there's some kind of singles meet-up night that's been arranged, and whoever this character is, I think it might be Flanders, because I think it's after Flanders.
Probably Mo. It's probably Mo Sislak. Maybe it is Ned.
Maybe Mo. It might be, but no, I think it's after Flanders' wife dies, and he wants to date again. Goes to this kind of dating meetup, and in the dating meetup, there's like Mo, comic book guy, Disco Stew, all the sort of periphery single male characters from Springfield are all there, and there's no women there at all. There's just all the men. No women have turned up. So like, some woman turns up in a car, looks out the window, and then drives off when she sees what's available. Let's have a look at this. Question for the panel: who is the best presidential cameo in Home Alone?
Oh my gosh.
I can't say. I've only seen the first 2. I know there's another 2 film. They might have amazing presidential cameos.
They cut that out of the movie. You can't.
They did, didn't they? Yeah.
What, retroactively?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not in all of them, but when they screened on TV, they took Trump out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy shit.
That's I mean, you know, just as a filmmaker, I find that offensive, because I wouldn't want my films to be edited because something happens like that.
I think Home Alone's a good Christmas film.
I mean, you know, we can't. You know, you don't want to watch Towering Inferno without O.J. Simpson in it, you know, because his storyline is quite important, you know. And then he gives the woman the cat at the end of the film, gives the cat to Fred Astaire at the end of the movie, which is like really tragic.
I still like Naked Gun with O.J. Simpson, and you know. I mean,
you know,
so
anti-derivative, Jill here. Love Jill. I'd say pop on, Jill, but we're going to be wrapping up soon. But do come on my show on the 30th. So for the people watching, put it in your diary, 30th of December, 9 o'clock UK time, 4 p.m.
Can I do my super quick Christmas shout out?
Yeah, go on, Al. You did mention a couple of films.
So we all remember that. We all remember how bad Badlands is, yeah?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Has anybody seen the Predator holiday special?
What?
The Predator holiday special? No. Have you got?
Two minutes long, and it's all animated.
Have you got a link?
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Hulu?
Mate, you should have had that link ready. I mean, that's it's like.
Why would you bring that?
Christmas Vacation is the best Christmas movie, hands down.
Sadly, me and Rachel forgot to mention this when I covered the Predator series, but yeah.
Let's have a look at how our poll is doing at the minute. So far, Die Hard is on 39%.
Hell yeah!
Of the poll. So It's a Wonderful Life is in second place with 27%. Muppet Christmas Carol 19%. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 16%. Going to keep that poll running. Somebody remind me at the before we end the stream so I can. But it looks like Die Hard's in the you know, it's first place at the moment. So thus proving again, Die Hard is a Christmas film. Star Wars Christmas special. I'd call that a Christmas catastrophe. I don't know about a Christmas movie.
I've watched it once.
It's like a variety
hilariously
entertainment.
fucking bad. It really is. It makes no fucking sense.
It's something. I genuinely don't know what they were thinking.
I also did a review on it last year, if anyone's asking, which she didn't. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Okay, now is this actually? Hang on, is this actually 20th Century Fox?
It is, yeah. So you might have to screenshots or maybe
we can't show
it's
this
on YouTube. It's on YouTube for free.
Yeah, I know.
But no, that doesn't mean you won't get hit by copyright, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, we'll get hit by. But here it is.
It's 2 minutes long. It's Santa versus Predators. You could probably like skip through it pictures wise.
So it's Santa versus Predator. I quite like the sound of that.
More or less.
They should have made that. They should have made
better
that.
than Badlands, I'll tell you that.
Better than Badlands.
If you're going to hunt somebody who's more elusive than Santa.
Okay, capturing competition. What's being said here? Oh, Rudolph, don't touch me there. I don't know. Okay.
Look, you have a red shiny shoulder.
Oh, hang on, what's happened here? I've skipped on a couple of frames, and we've got a machine gun and a dead reindeer. Hang on.
What is he holding? Oh, poor little guy.
So the reindeer.
It's like Blaine from Predator.
I'm gonna risk playing.
That's awful.
I can't believe people don't know about this. It's not particularly. It's been out. It came out a while ago. It's good fun.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this. Who's seen this in chat before? Is this because I've never even heard of this?
Is this from Robot Chicken?
Oh yeah.
No, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Read these super chats very quickly. RRTNZ for $2. Thank you very much for $10. Sorry. If Chuck Norris stood in for Santa, the poem would have been called 20 minutes before Christmas. The lump of coal in your stocking means Chuck Norris ate a diamond and shit it out for you. I'm going to take your word for it because I don't have personal knowledge. And Darth Plato for $2. There's a Merry Christmas movie for you. Joy Noel. That's the animated version of the World War I thing with everybody in the trenches.
No, it's live action. It's live action. It's
is it the
really
live action one?
Brilliant.
Yeah, there's a really good animated version of that same story because there's been various productions of that same story. There's a really good animated one, but yeah, I have seen the live action. I have seen it. Okay, let's. That's a great film. You're absolutely right. So he's presumably calling up reinforcement reindeer here, and then I think the reindeer like falls down from the tree or something.
It's been skinned.
That's pretty fun. This elf is not having a good day, clearly.
Traumatized.
Like I said, it's better than Badlands.
And yeah, he's just been garroted. Cal Weathers.
Yeah, it's all been done with like toys and stuff like the NECA action figures.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, I think this was done for Predator, the Shane Black film, which was awful. But yeah,
right. I haven't.
This is better than the film that Shane Black made.
I've seen about 30 minutes of the Predator. I was watching it with my ex-partner, and she just turned to me and said, "This is shit. Do you want to watch any more of this?" Because we didn't see it at the cinema because we'd heard how terrible it was. And so we waited.
I was very
we waited for it to come out officially because I wanted to see it good quality. I can't forget what streaming service it was on. And I just turned to her and went, no, not really. And it was just all the criminal characters on the bus were all just a bit lame. And I just thought,
I was talking about it with Rachel. When we ranked the Predator movies, The Predator is the actual the bottom, 9th out of 9. There's maybe 20 minutes worth of good stuff in it.
Look, so this is clearly, this is the kids' animation that the kids should watch.
Yeah. When they say Badlands is brutal, they don't know what brutal is.
This is what happens to naughty children.
Maybe.
I can't believe I've never seen this. Okay, then.
Gosh. Oh, now he doesn't fighting Santa, right? Yeah,
it's after. Not it's 3PO. It's 2018, I think.
Santa's arrived and he doesn't look very pleased. Yeah,
not particularly.
If you guys want to watch a great animated, brutal Christmas special, American Dad actually did a really good one where Stan
he's got the Rambo.
Stan gives the kid an assault rifle for Christmas, and he accidentally kills the real Santa. So Santa comes in with all of his elves, and they just have to do like a last stand type, like Zulu type thing.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen that episode. It's really funny.
It's really good.
Yeah, that is a good one. I have to say, this does look really good. This is like the satisfied.
It's 2 minutes of your time. It's definitely worth checking out. As I say, you'll get done on copyright if you try and play it here, but it's very funny. It's good watch.
Oh, look, and then more predators turn up to retrieve their companion. Santa looks a bit worried. He's got an Easter egg in his basket there. I'm not sure what's going on there. And finally, this Noddy turns up again.
The elf's had enough. He's had enough.
It's his feet up in the air there. I'm guessing that's not good for him.
I think he somersaults and jumps behind him or something. The elf goes absolutely postal. And
then
there you go. Yeah, it was.
I'm guessing this was right, and it was featured as an extra or something. Yeah, but
quite possibly on the DVD or something. Yeah,
that film is actually better than The Predator.
Yeah, it's better than the last 3 Predator films.
If you ask me, but I got to disagree. I think Predator Badlands was worse.
I mean, I'm with Enzo on that. I saw Predator Badlands at the cinema. I wasn't bored. I wish it hadn't been set in the Predator universe, but I didn't hate it.
Disneyfied it, Lance. Don't you understand? They Disneyfied
No, they
it.
did. They did Disneyfy it, and they did tone it.
I also did not really mind Predator Badlands. I was like,
it's still a better film than. Put it this way:
the Predator sucked my balls. I tried to watch
the most damage to
Predator.
an IP I've ever seen. It literally says
you guys do not appreciate people on the spectrum. That's your problem. I mean, that's
I'm on the spectrum. So
I watched. See, the thing is, I didn't watch the Predator.
You guys are all anti. Listen, autism is a superpower, obviously, and you guys.
Look, I watched the Predator, and I watched the Predator the same day I saw Badlands, and I could tell you the Predator was borderline unwatchable. I paused it several times. I had to rewind it several times to make sure I knew what the hell I just saw. I had a lot of questions while watching the Predator.
Right.
Yep. I'm pretty sure we went the Predator worst, Killer of Killers next worst.
I like Prey.
Let me thank Jill for the $10 super chat here. Jill, thank you so much for that.
Hey, $10.
Very, very kind.
How much of that do you get, Lance? Just out of curiosity.
Say that again.
70%.
How much of that do you get? Because I just sent Northern 20, and he was saying he doesn't get any of it.
I don't know. No, that's definitely not true because on the Mauler interview,
70%.
I got sent an absolute ton of super chats, and I made about £120 on that stream.
Nice.
Which, by the way, thank you, chat, for that. Anybody who now, it was actually quite a few of my regulars were the ones who kicked in the big money. But there was a couple of,
I did get it. Toxic. It just takes till the end of the month before you get paid it. That's all.
Yeah, there's a threshold sometimes that you've got to hit.
I'm going to start calling Lance Mr. I'm going to start calling Lance Mr. 6000.
Well, it's actually. I'm already at 6,120 now.
Fuck yeah!
We'll stick it to 6,000 because it sounds cool. And
6,000.
It's all about those raids. But
listen, I'm really grateful to Mauler because he actually set that stream up deliberately, knowing that he was going to do that to time it with our interview, and I had no idea it was even going to happen. And when he said, "Hey, I'm going to raid you," I was like, "What are you talking about? I don't know, but it sounds very rude." And no, I'm going to bring all the people over for my stream I've just finished. And I'm like, and actually I'm still live on there. And I'm thinking, how is this happening? I was really confused. I don't know what he was talking about. Next thing I knew, there was 500 people in my chat. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, that seems to work rather well. Let's get rid of this. We don't want to promote the Predator.
Yeah,
no, I really don't. But check out the special. It's good. It's good fun. It's 2 minutes. It's funny.
quick question before we round up and head off, and just to remind people watching, we are doing an end of year show on the 30th of December. We would love you to all come back from the chat and contribute. The Critical Drinker will be on that with us, as will many of my other guests from the year. So do pop in. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing our top 3 TV shows of 2025, our top 3 movies of 2025, our least favorite movie of 2025, and our least favorite Alien Earth TV show of 2025 we'll be discussing as well. So, because I feel like that's probably not
favorite Alien Earth TV show. You just said
that's right. Yeah, because there's probably not a show that's anybody's least favorite apart from that. It really was.
I've got one other one that I'm looking forward to talking. I think everybody's forgotten about it, so I'm looking forward to bringing it up again.
Retro's been invited. Of course, she has. Any of my regular collaborators they've all been invited. I'm not sure what the maximum number of people is that I can have. I think is it 10?
It's 10, sir. 10.
Yeah. So not everybody will be able to be on at the same time, but I am starting the show early, and not everybody will be able to stay on for the whole thing. So we'll see how we go.
Is this next Tuesday or
it's the 30th? Yeah, which I think is Tuesday, and it's the last
next
Nielsen
Tuesday.
ratings. Last Nielsen ratings of the year,
isn't it?
At the minute, it's starting at 9 p.m. I might even start it even earlier than that. I might even go 8:30.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm off on Tuesdays.
Yeah, no problem.
So, before we wrap up, I just want to thank all of my guests for coming on, and also for supporting the channel throughout 2025. All of you here have given up some of your free time to come on and talk bollocks about various TV shows and films and fun stuff.
About the TV show All's Fair, Kim Kardashian.
Indeed, that's a show we're not going to talk about today. But
yeah, you can pay me to watch that one.
But we may well talk about it another time. But I do want to ask you. So I've already said I'm going to be putting Muppet Christmas Carol will be in my house on Christmas Day. My neighbour who's coming to have Christmas dinner has never seen Die Hard. He's 20. He's never seen Die Hard. So after we've had Christmas dinner, he's going to watch Die Hard for the first time. So to all of my panel, what film are you going to try and watch on Christmas Day? It may not necessarily be a Christmas movie, but if you're going to watch a film, what's it going to be this year? Enzo?
I don't know, man. Christmas Day? It's like new stuff. What is out?
Well, I mean, if you haven't seen the Raisins animation film, I'll put the link up for it earlier, dude. So there you go.
I can tell you, like on my show, we're going to be watching. We just did the Titanic cartoon. The legend goes on. It's awful. We're going to be watching the Mr. T. Emmanuel Lewis Christmas special from 1980 something. That looks weird.
Love it.
There is like a Raisinette special as well, but it's not the one Sparkles is talking about. There's a lot of weird shit I want to watch this year. I've been slacking on the Hallmark movies. I've only watched like 5 or 6 this month, which is
my
good,
god,
so.
only 5
or 6.
What's wrong with you?
There seems to be a Jewish one called like Oy Vey Christmas or something from Hallmark that I want to check out. There's a bunch of weird
I've watched
stuff.
5 or 6 Hallmark movies in my life.
Funnily enough, I've put Oy Vey Christmas into IMDb and nothing's coming up for that. Darth Plato is going to Taco Bell. Anti-derivative Jill can't stand Hallmark movies.
I don't know what I'm going to watch. I know I'm going to make some turkey enchiladas and a bunch of tamales and Mexican food, rice and beans. It's going to be cool.
Okay. Zenith 29 is going to watch A Christmas Carol, the Muppet version, I hope, of course. And
I was shocked to find out that Michael Caine steals Tiny Tim's line at the end of that movie. I was like, what?
God bless us, everyone.
It's my line. It's my line. I'm Tiny Tim. Why are you saying that? You're already the star of the movie.
Well,
he says he only signs up for movies if he could say the first thing and the last thing in a movie.
He's got a speech impediment because of the pig to frog fuckery ratio. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
much inbreeding.
So the Jewish Hallmark movie I want to watch is called Oi to the World. I gotta see that.
That sounds like a wonderful film. I've had to watch that. What is it?
I'm just shocked that they're doing a Jewish one. I was like, whoa, a Hanukkah movie from Hallmark.
Well,
That's
there are
like
lots of Hanukkah movies, boy chick. You gotta watch them.
I found it. Oi to the World.
Well, I've said before.
Does it have the Jewish girl from Mean Girls in it that keeps doing Hallmark movies? What's her name?
No. I did watch one with her, and that was a good one because. Oh wait, this is Oi to the World is not Hallmark. Okay, it's Real One. That makes sense. It's a Hallmark knockoff. I was only going to watch specific Hallmark movies this year because there's Netflix and Real One and a bunch of other.
It's sweet.
So that does make sense. That I was shocked Hallmark was doing a Hanukkah movie. I was like, what? Okay, so that I'm still probably going to watch this. I'm going to be honest, but there's two types of Hallmark movies though. Lacey Chabert was in one this year.
Lacey
Charbet. Okay,
Charbet.
so there's the typical Hallmark movie, which is lame by the numbers romance movie, right? Rom-com. We all know the Hallmark formula, and then there's the second type, which is also lame rom-com formulaic, but there's magic in it. And those are pretty rare, where like Santa's real, or there's like a magic wish, or time travel,
or snowman becomes a real man.
Yeah. So Lacey Charbet was in a movie called She's Making a List, and I talked about it a couple weeks ago. But that was a good one, where she works for Santa to survey children and see if they're naughty or nice. And there's like a big database, and there's like an algorithm that detects like if the kids are naughty or nice. And
what was that one called again?
She's Making a List.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We
the
talked
Epstein
about
Island
this.
jokes just write themselves, don't they?
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, more files have been released on that subject. Big story in the UK because various names of people in the UK are coming out. So there we go. This is like sort of
really
low rent. This is like low rent Hugh Jackman on the left. So he's like, if the casting director's going, we need like Hugh Jackman but younger, and then somebody says, yeah, Andrew W. Walker's available. Who's
So
he?
he plays
Like
a
Ollie's-
widowed.
Ollie's
He
Jackman?
plays a widowed single father, and his daughter is. It's indeterminate if she's naughty or nice. She's on the fence, and they hire this lady who's a specialist, and she pretends to be like a meter maid to like spy on the child, and she unfortunately.
Because of the spectacles. She's got to have spectacles. She's a specialist.
She breaks a rule and starts developing feelings for the father, which is forbidden or whatever. She can't get involved in the family. But she says she does determine that the child is nice. And when she goes to report back her findings, she finds out that the dude in charge who works under Santa, he's firing all the agents and they're replacing all the moderation to AI. Does that sound familiar? And she's talking about how this is a terrible idea. She's like, hey, it's got a 99.9% success rate. And she's like, that means 2 million children will be put on the naughty list wrongly. You can't just have AI. You have to have human verification.
It's Christmas Hallmark up in the air. It's like an up in the air, but Christmas Hallmark schmaltzy. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Santa
These
Claus
films
is
all
in
look
this
the
movie,
same.
though.
Yeah,
Santa Claus is in, and
they all look like they've got the same people in them.
Yeah, so Santa Claus is in this movie, and he does have like omnipotent like god powers where he can just snap you into the room from across the country. He also does not work at the North Pole. He works remotely, and he's stationed in Delaware. It was a weird movie.
Also, if you look at these pictures, he can shrink on demand. There you go.
It's just a big ass desk, big ass chair. There's a part where he's talking to a guy on the phone.
Gandalf thing, but really badly.
So there's a part where he's talking to a guy on the phone, and he's telling him, like, hey, what's the deal with this automation? He's like, oh, I can't talk about it right now. I'm golfing. And he snaps his fingers, and the dude, like, golden glitters into the office immediately in his golf outfit with his golf club. And he's like, what? Santa just has, like, insane power.
Well,
but he needs assistance to tell him who's naughty and nice.
Yeah, I think he just does that out of like laziness. He doesn't want to, do I have to do everything kind of thing? I don't.
Boy, this is like if
Doesn't want the moral burden.
If a computer had to figure out like what is the hottest thing for chick, it's like good looking dude, wears a suit well, has a little bit of stubble, he's a widower, he works like all the stuff that chicks just fucking go nuts over. Right,
dude, what's
here.
hilarious is the naughty nice headquarters, or like the NSA. It's just like a giant like corporate building with all these computer offices and desks and people.
Yeah,
it's
makes
hilarious.
sense. Makes sense.
Why do you watch these things?
Because I'm high, motherfucker. Because I'm high as fuck.
He's crushing on Lacey Chabert, quite obviously. I mean, how could you not go for her in that green tweedy jacket thing? Okay, enough.
This is why when people tell me, when people tell me, like Predator Badlands or Superman is the worst movie ever, I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Just give yourself some perspective. Is that what it is?
And then you'll really feel pain. Okay,
dude, watch that fucking
Spirit
Titanic
animals and middle-aged
cartoon.
woman.
That Titanic cartoon's premiering tomorrow. All right.
We're going to wrap
I
it
did.
up
I watched a long time ago.
I just want to say to everyone who's watched the channel at any time, whether you subscribed or not, and also to all of the collaborators that have come on the Outcast Creative in 2025, which is a huge number of people, to all the people I interviewed, which is probably about another 40 or 50 people. I certainly did around 40 plus interviews, and then various specialists came in for different streams and things. So to all those people, thank you so much for coming on the channel and giving up your time, especially Present Company, who are part of the cohort of regular contributors to the Outcast Creative. Remind people watching that if you have a creative project that you are working on that's nearing completion or has been completed and it needs a bit of PR, this might be a board game you're designing, or it could be a music track you're going to drop on SoundCloud, something like that. If you want to come on and talk about it, as long as there's something we can see. I had somebody contact me the other day, and they wanted to come on and talk about their book, and I was like, great, what's it about? Well, I haven't actually written it yet. And I was like, it might, you're not at the right stage to come on, because really I've had several authors on and their books have just dropped on Amazon, and it's like, well, I'm 5 chapters in, and I said, okay, well, come back to me when you're when the first draft is
when it's done, bro. What are you doing?
I mean, listen, I want to encourage people to create. That's why we're here. Absolutely, keep creating, my friend. It's not a slight on you by any means, but in order for us to support you, we have to be able to show people something, not just discuss an idea. Although I may well do a stream at some point about creative writing with several kind of first-time writers, and we might sort of talk about the various ways you can tackle that, the prep you can do before you write a novel. We have a couple of novelists on with us at the moment. Lord of Toxicity has got a book out called Slapdash. That's it. See, I nearly remembered the title. That's it. That's the important thing.
Yes.
Slapdash is now available on Amazon. If you like your kind of gritty crime thriller type things, that will be right up your
May I also plug yours? May I also, the one that I bought, the I believe it's called Golden Springs history movie something. What was it called again? Wait, no, Silver Linings Playbook. I think
Silver Linings Playbook. Silver Screen Journeys you're talking about. Yeah. Thank you very much also for picking up a copy of that. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying.
No, it was big fun. I love anything about movies, and someone who loves movies as much as I love movies is very, very hard to find. Good read, good tabletop book, really, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people contact me who've actually bought this book, and they said that the common comment that I get is that it evokes their own memories of them going to see either the same films that I mentioned or films that came out around the same time. And this is all connected to the way films make up such an important part of the tapestry of our life. If you're a big film fan, like everybody on this channel is, we all tend to remember that first film that we saw on the big screen. We all tend to remember where we first saw Lord of the Rings. Most of us saw Lord of the Rings at the cinema. I certainly did. All of those kind of tales are in here. Who I went with, you know, the reaction to the film at the time, stuff like that. So yeah, do check it out. It's available on Amazon now. And let's get Toxic's book up while we've got Amazon open. Let's have a quick look. Oh, sorry, I nearly completely miswrote the title there. I was a bit slapdash in my typing there. See what I did there? Let's put that under books, and it's all one word, isn't it? There we go. Look at that. And you've now got 8 reviews, buddy, because last time I checked, I think you only had 2. So this is Toxic's book. It's available amazon.co.uk if you're in the UK. Order it from amazon.com, of course, if you're in the United States. Same.
Is that a new cover?
My book as well. No, it's the same cover. That's the same cover. Do check it out. Check out the reviews.
No, I thought you updated it.
Did you
update your cover?
No, I didn't. It's the same cover. The back is. I changed the back.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Change the blur.
The new cover's got 5 guys with machine guns firing out of a 18-wheeler truck. It's a very different cover.
Sydney Sweeney photoshops in there as well.
Put Sydney Sweeney on the front. That'll sell.
Sydney Sweeney in the rear view mirror of the.
Oh yeah, that would sell big time.
Why are the guys?
It's only when you open up the book, it's got inside a disclaimer: warning does not contain Sydney Sweeney.
No Sydney.
There
is no Sydney Sweeney in this note.
There is Miss Sparkles in there wearing a Sydney Sweeney outfit. So
outfit. What do you mean? What would be an outfit? I know a guy who actually does not doesn't think Sydney Sweeney is hot at all. Uncle T, he doesn't.
He's gay. He's a gay guy. And
no, but he was sweet. He said that I'm hotter than she is.
Okay, well then he's a simp and he's gay.
No, he's
no insulting guests, please. Right, okay, so we're gonna leave it there. Thanks to my panel, Critical, Lord Toxicity, Miss Sparkles, Enzo, Superlicious, and Northern English Bastard, and of course we briefly had Rebel Rose, who unfortunately had to leave us because of technical issues. Several of my regulars in the chat. Anti-Derivative Jill is another fantastic channel that's worth supporting. Do please check out her channel, especially if you're a Star Trek lover of Star Trek, the original series. Loads of Star Trek breakdowns.
Love to talk some Trek with Jill sometime. That'd be great.
Great, really lovely lady as well.
Yeah, very lovely woman. Very supportive of other channels as well, which is of course how her and I met in the first place. So lots of great content.
Sexy librarian type.
She is a sexy librarian type, but to confirm that, you'll have to go on her channel to find out. That's it from us, people. Thanks very much for checking in. Make sure if you know people are on their own at Christmas, do give them a call, check on them, make sure they're okay. Drop some text to people on Christmas Day that you haven't spoken to in a while. Wish them happy Christmas. And for everybody out there, I hope you have a fantastic Christmas and a wonderful New Year. We'll be back on the 30th before I go to my New Year's Eve day rave. I will also be doing a couple of streams over Christmas. I'm not exactly sure when, but I think there'll be at least one on Christmas Day evening. I'm still just waiting for Stupenzo to send me the comical artwork for the thumbnail. So as soon as I get something, those streams will be up. Until then,
Jill's link.
Jill's link. Can we get? Yeah, let's get Jill's link in quickly. She's not a mod. Jill, I thought you were a moderator. You're not a moderator on my channel. I could have sworn that you were. Okay, so you've only had 200 subs. That's disgraceful because your channel is so good. Also, we need to just check the. You guys forgot to remind me. We need to check the poll.
The poll.
The poll. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Jill, you are now a moderator. So in equal last place is A Muppet Christmas Carol and National Lampoon's Vacation with 19%. In second place is A Wonderful Life with 25%. And in first place is Die Hard with 36%.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Once
the
again,
one that's got Christmas in the title is last.
Jill, you're now a moderator, so please put your link in during the end song. I'll put the end song on, so we've got plenty of time to show your link. Thanks to all of my guests. Thanks to everybody. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a fantastic Happy New Year, and I hope you get all the presents that you've asked for if you've been nice. If you've been naughty, then, well...